Hello. We're live. We're live. My hair's still so floofy, man. I gotta get a haircut. It's or I let it grow long enough where it starts sitting down. At some point, I can't get rid of it. There's nothing I can do. But regardless, you guys see the new patch? See, they put out a patch. They did the thing I suggested. So when you click on reinforcement points now, it won't zoom to the reinforcement point. What the crap? They actually did it? I thought I was gonna have to wait another millennia before they did that. But it turns out, indeed, CA does actually listen. Anyways, we're playing Tomb Kings today. We're using constructs. We Shopty. Tomb Scorpions, High Road Titans, Great Bows. Sadly, this guy is a construct. I'll play it in the fourth game when I can throw. And yeah, you can combo it with Necrotechs to give them more armor, missile resist. You can give some melee attack, I guess. A little bit of AP damage. Is that worth 100 gold for a fairly minor buff? Do they need melee attack? Maybe some of them do. Shopty have like no melee attack, jeez. Though the bonus versus infantry kind of carries. Elixir of Might. Honestly, the greatest of the constructs, though, Cambrian War Sphinxes. These bad boys are insane. You know, when it comes to War Sphinxes, they're pretty good. Let's see here. Starting his PC, so I'm first. What faction is Killian playing? He's the one we're up against. He's playing Dark Elves. Vampire counts. Ooh. Vampire. Oh boy. Oh yeah, by the way, S. Spiegel. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. I don't know if this was yesterday or after, but I appreciate it a lot, man. The support does help me continue this glorious career that I've enjoyed so much. Let's see. Right, so he's vampire counts. So we probably want fewer trees, right? Hashit's Oriole Fields is actually not bad. Let's ban Floodplain. Ban Flood. Yo, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait, man. Next thing you know, they fix the bug where it doesn't display the proper value that both sides have gone. That would be crazy. I don't think they said that they fixed it though, right? But yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe it. What else did they do? Hotfix 6.2.1. Oh yeah, they removed the intro video, so I don't have to spam click out of that. They add an extra item. They fix some crashes. That's pretty hype. That's a bit though. That's all though, right? Nothing too crazy. Some campaign stuff. I'm mostly excited for the multiplayer change though. It shows that they're listening. Yeah, you don't have to mash escape key on launch anymore. It's crazy. Hey, what's up? Xenomorphs. Hello, hello. Yo, these kitty cats. If only Kislev kitty cats were still meta. The normal size kitty cats. I'll make sure they clean up after themselves. Let's see. Are Hyrule Titans viable? Not really. No.
At your service.
Well, depends on what you mean by viable. Fast Winston do. Member for 4 months? Here's you playing Warhammer 3 for more than 4 months? Dang! Yo, that's crazy. It's crazy. More than 4 months of Warhammer 3. Who even plays the same game for more than 4 months? Dude, it's actually been like more than 5 years. Yo, I got a YouTube achievement recently. It's like, congratulations, you've been on YouTube for 5 years. I'm like, whoa there. That's a significant portion of my existence. Pretty hyped though. I had a good time. Khalida. She doesn't count as a construct on her Necro Serpent though. Kind of sucks. She's better than you think though. Khalida is actually on the more viable side, but if we're talking meta, most people are going Kotep. I kind of like Horse Cetra, but take a look at this. Right, Kotep 750 baseline. You go for Cetra, paying an extra 700 gold for some anti-large. It's not the worst. Against counts though, right? I'm probably gonna go Kotep. Anyways, let's do this. So he wants to play Road to Talipime. Alright, that's doable. Usually burn out after a few months in my experience. Ah, yes, the classic. Yo, we've been going strong though. I've been pacing myself. It's a marathon. You hate the Archon campaign from Warhammer 2. First Twitch message, fighting against 1 billion horsemen of Bretonia. Yeah, if you spam enough spears and manage to get some Tomb Guard Halberd, they're more manageable. And then you can use your whatever constructs you can throw together to be an anti-large. It's generally though, it's pretty tough. Mostly you just gotta spam absurd amounts of Skelly Spears. Okay, so vampire counts. What's the problem with them? Problem is that they're kind of good. Murder and everything. Yeah, Tomb Kings are great for the cheap cav. They don't have any proper mid-tier cavalry though. It kind of ends at Nehekara Horsemen. I guess if going real construct heavy, I could get Necropolis Knights. They are constructs. We'll have to see though. Vampire counts, the kind of a pain in the butt, no? Okay, so definitely want this. Definitely want that. So how do you kill vampire counts? What are you even supposed to do? Yo, AI can micro like 20 units of cav and cycle charge with all of them. In that sense, it is better than a lot of people in multiplayer. Though, it's still not the best. Hyrule Titans, let's go. A lot of people excited for the Hyrule Titans, I see. Let's see, magic-wise, definitely gonna take this. And that's, and we take a little bit of this action. The big thing for Tomb Kings is I gotta take a wide engagement so I can max out the healing that we get. Hyrule Titan against people that don't have ranged. You know, that's kind of an interesting idea. The problem with the Hyrule Titan is like, what does it do? It gives you 20% spell mastery for 2,000? Oh, God. Jeez. Alright, you know what? I have a strat. I have a strat that might work. Yeah, so we'll take this. We'll do that. Don't need that. Probably want that. Probably want this. Kind of expensive though, jeez. Kills anything that's stupid enough to stand still and fight it. I don't think there's a lot that would do that. Also, it doesn't. It's not... It's like a giant. It's like a giant. It does have a lot of HP. It does have a lot of armor. I guess that's pretty high. Spell mastery applied to bound spells. I think so, but I honestly forget. Alright, you know what? Let's try this. Let's try this out. Been playing too much Dune. You feel like Tomb Kings need a Shai Halud unit. I haven't actually watched any of the Dune movies or read any of the books or played any of the games. But I do think the little flying helicopter thingies, ornithopters, whatever they're called, sick. Can we pretend Casket is a construct? No. It does have Covenant of Power, though. 20% power recharge. Insane. It's a giant worm. Oh, okay. Let's see here, you know. Tomb Kings versus Counts, man. It's a matchup that is kind of painful. I think you definitely want this unit. Okay, I have my main army. So vampire counts, the thing is they have cavalry, right? They have some very, very spooky cavalry. Not impossible to deal with, but definitely a big old pain in the butt. Someone must have constructed it. Everything's a construct then. Anyone know if Nahakar Horsemen are even good in this matchup? I feel like they ain't. The books are weird? Oh, really? What's weird about the books? Yo, I'm like so scared he's just gonna like Wind of Death spam me. Instant death. Game over, man. Yeah, like Nahakar Horsemen, they're really just there to be like a little bit of quick capture weight, aren't they? I should just like stick with Skeleton Horsemen for this matchup, I feel. Feel like that's way better. Let's see here. My build, it's interesting. I think it has... It cooks a little bit. There actually is some cooking to this build. It's just there's a few things that the vampire counts can field that will absolutely massacre me. Sphinx of Uzkap. It's pretty nice. The thing is, like, I'm proper man-tiding and I can't actually do enough DPS to kill everything. That's what I'm most worried about. Like, he's just gonna man-tide me. And then it'll just be too much. Like, I need deeps. We need big deeps. We need big capture weight. You know what? This is actually pretty cool. Man, this is a weird build. Alright, weirdo build complete. Can we win it? Can we win it? I guess we'll have to see. Face Begillion. Bombard with the disco table. Disco table can get sniped pretty easy. I don't know, it's a little sus. Oh, I'm noticing. Okay, so there's not too many signups. So what, Sampo is playing today? B6, Serika. Martin's playing, okay. Some Empire maybe, Charix, Danican. Dude, what are these signups, man? Some big names. Some very big names, alright. It's a spookiness. Spookiness is mild. Spookiness is mild. I'm most worried about Charix because his micro is insane. Charix is so good, man. I think he's one of the only people here that can keep a consistent positive win rate against me. Although Sampo's also really good. Serica's also really good. But Charix can hit me in matchups that I think I have an advantage. That's the spooky part. But Tomb Kings are strong, and maybe he's playing Skaven again. Let's see. Charix is playing. What's he playing? Skaven! Let's go. He's playing Skaven. We're good. Oh my gosh, Lord Pombus. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. 2 months, dang. Greetings from Spain. I watch your streams while I'm at the gym. Yo, hi. Yo, we can exercise together. Oh my gosh, while I do my squats. All right, chat. Anyways, I hope you're happy. I brought the big man. So this guy, this Hybrid Titan over here, has an aura that gives power recharge and spell mastery within 100 meters. Pretty good luck, fun. If I stay in range, Ark in the Black will have 6 Spirit Leeches. His Spirit Leech is not amped. And I have double Necrotect healing. This is the dumbest thing ever. Alright. He has a Necrarch. Also with Spirit Leech. Ton of spells. Crazy. Okay, a lot of passives. Swarm of Flies. Yes, Swarm of Flies. Okay, so Necrarch is spooky, but he actually can't duel my giant here. So it's not too bad. I do have to be wary of Spirit Leech, but Ark in the Black is mildly resilient. Okay, here we go. What's 100 meters? They really gotta show that aura, man. Alright, here we go. Actually, let's just do this first. Alright, and I gotta spread out because he's gonna White King me. Okay. There we go. Spirit Leech spam, son. So he just got blasted in the face. That's gonna hurt him quite a bit. And since he doesn't have a lot of stuff that can punish you sharply, which is gonna bring him on in. Valley trading's going very well. Yo, is the gold damage value actually tracking properly? Why does it seem so much higher than usual? I feel like usually it doesn't track. 452. Okay. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. It might actually be fairly close. Yo, the damage on this guy though. Yo, he's getting wrecked. He's getting absolutely wrecked. Alright, here we go. Capture point time. We're going to oh my god, it doesn't jump anymore. It doesn't jump anymore. Dude. That's so huge. He got a Spirit Leech on me. This is Scab Scrap. My infantry will be fine though. Come on, get that Spirit Leech. Nah, he's out of range. I'll hit him with the Shems though. Oh my god, it's so hype though. It's so hype. Oh crap, dog was. Oh, run. Oh, it doesn't jump. Oh, it just doesn't jump. Yo, my camera isn't like flinging around anymore. Oh my god. What the crap? What a game changer. CA. CA has earned my respect. Yeah, they finally listened to my pleas. And they yeah, they made it so that the camera doesn't jump around like a maniac anymore. Yo, you are not gonna win a Spirit Leech battle against Ark in the Black. I'm telling you right now, Ark in the Black does not give a crap about your Spirit Leeches. He's kind of insane. This is kind of his thing, right? It's what he does. There go the doggos. Whoop! Get dodged, son. Necrotechs are doing a great job. Little Hybrid Titan over here. We're bullying his lord so hard right now. Alright, nice. My infantry's doing great. Honestly, him having a Dragon Lord is so good for me. Boom, baby. Alright, Hybrid Titan. So Ark and the Black's gonna have to play it safe. But he has infinity spirit leeches. His carts here are not doing too great. And his White Kings are more or less shut down. I think we're in a great position. I think all I really have to do now is get my Necropolis Knights. Everyone's favorite units. And then we'll see them pop off. He does have some Blood Knights. He does have some Blood Knights over here. Let's bog him down with some dudes.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Dragon over there is a little spooky, but Necro Knights are gonna be good here. Hyrule Titan chasing down his corpse carts. Alright, looking pretty decent so far, although my Ushabti are kind of getting bullied. They're gonna have to pull back, unfortunately. But I really hope his dragon goes for my Hyrule Titan here. Because I'm telling you right now, it ain't gonna die. It's actually doing really good. It's actually doing kind of amazing. There's another Spirit Leech. Joke's on you. Ark in the Black is cooking hard. Let's get some archers here. Let's run away with Ark in the Black. Whoo, he whiffs. The whiffs. Dude, Ark in the Black's a menace. Get him, Hyrule Titan. Beat him up.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Oh, oh, we baited him right into the Hyrule Titan. Yeah, that's sick. Okay, unfortunately, no more Ushabti though, but we still have the capture points. That'll go well. I will have a Spirit Leech on him soon, but Ark in the Black's gonna have to play very carefully here. Run, little Arkin, run! Oh, he got a hit. He got a hit on his face. Come on, come on. Just keep squeezing through. You'll be fine. Oh. Come on, Arkin, run! Get another Spirit Leech. Hyrule Titan's fine. His Lord's getting bullied. Archers are doing fine. Unfortunately, my Necro Sphinxes are kind of sucking. But as soon as his Lord is dead, we're fine. He has to use a lot of magic just to heal his Lord. So that's already going to be rather painful for him, I think. There you go. Let's get that Ushabti summon right over there to help them out. Titan is still doing fine. I'm probably going to need some more infantry, I guess. Let's just capture these points first. Then I can start healing up my Necropolis Knights. Unfortunately, they are kind of sucking, but such life. Come on, Ark in Black. Run. Run, baby, run. Don't overcast. Okay, he's fine. Hyrule Titan's still doing good. We do have that capture point. Trading-wise, it's looking fairly good for us, although I think we're going to lose our Necro Knight, sadly. He doesn't really have enough to deal with Ushabti, though. I think they're just going to be a big old pain for him. What's he summoning in? Yeah, nothing that can deal with Ushabti. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Ark in the Black dies. It's okay. He'll be back. Oh, Hyrule Titan goes down, though. It's a little sus. He did lose his doggos, however, and we do have a point lead overall, so it's probably not the end of the world. I'm gonna need to like get some Ushabti though, because like these guys have their heals and I haven't used a single one yet. Kind of embarrassing. Definitely gotta manage that. Zombies, not a big deal though. Blood Knights, also not a big deal. Ushabti are massacring his Lord, which is great.
One of your units has been destroyed.
There goes another unit. He will heal Cap eventually, and once he's dead, it's over for my opponent. Let's just yeah, shoot up the Blood Knights. Ushabti on the White Kings. There we go. Okay, pretty good Ushabti shots. I'm just gonna, you know, yeah, we're just gonna let the Ushabti cook for a little bit. He's summoning mass infantry, so this is actually perfect time to get the artillery piece in here. While these boys finish off the White Kings. Look pretty hard to resummon. He is going to capture a lot of points, yes. But don't worry about it. That's what I like to say. Just don't worry about it. I have time. We can just uptrade for a little bit. It'll be great.
Take it back.
There you go. There goes his there go his knights. Wondrous, wondrous. Double Necrotech doing a good job versus the White Kings that are getting bogged down. I do have my Ushabti here. The question is, do I resummon Ark in the Black? I don't know if I should. I feel like maybe it's a little sus to resummon Ark. He does have more doggos here though. Yo, are those knights actually going to make it? Yo, the heal? Yo, that's crazy. Kind of expensive though to just drop a heal off though. Yeah, I should probably resummon Ark in the Black, I feel. But he still has this White King here. He actually has so many skeletons. It's a little absurd how many skeletons he has. Alright. Alright, my dude. So let's do that. Let's get some cav in here. Alright. Here's our heal. Very interesting. Yeah. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry. We'll be fine. Let's get some more Ushabti in here. He's bleeding out units rather fast. So I just have to kill him off in time is the big deal. I can't re-get Ark in the Black either. Although I don't know, it's a close call, right? Because he's gonna be like barreling on in. He's gonna be trying to like get my archers. Still have 2 Necrotechs with their like maximum number of heals because I didn't get on my thingies on time. It's very embarrassing. There go the horrors. Yo, he's just sending it. What the crap? All right, gets a zombie summon in here. Interesting. I should probably get Ark in the Black back. Yo, he has Vargeist now though. Holy crap. Yeah, the Lord's not dead. The Lord's not dead. That's definitely a big problem. You know, let's get a D summon. I'm going to see if I can get Ark in the Black back. And then maybe we can just clear his chaff once we kill his Lord. Unfortunately, Vargeist are a big problem, right? We're going to get 1 heal off over there. And then we're going to... I guess we're just saving for Arkin. It's surprising that he decided to full commit though, because now that he's off the points, we can actually potentially get a lot of work done here for recaptures. Time is definitely of the essence though. He brought back a White King. Makes sense, makes sense. Come on. There you go. Okay, Arkin's back. There's Spirit Leech. There's some physical resist. There's zombie summon. Okay. And then we just start capturing his flank points because he decided to abandon them all, right? There you go. So his Lord's is dead. I think he might have severely overcommitted here. If I can just get my cavalry on these points, it's pretty over for him. Right, his Lord's dead. I can just go for the points. Screw it, his zombies are crumbling. We're going for it. He really overextended. Like, this is an insane overextension. Let's get some of these guys in here. Unfortunately, he does have his doggos, but I should be able to secure at least the 2 points. With Ark in the Black here, he should be fine. It'll be a close one indeed. I don't know if we win this in time, but we must do our best. Oh my gosh, the camera not jumping. So good. So good. All right, so he gets a couple bats. That's not a big deal. Come on, come on. All I need is 2 points. Just give me 2. Just give me 2. Okay, here we go. Arc in the Black over there. We got a good old counter charge on the doggos. We're still securing the point, which is very important. Okay, let's pile in over there. So he's trying to go for the home defense now. He's going all in on the home defense. There we go. Okay, looks like Arc in the Black does manage to win this point over here in the distance. Which means all I gotta do now is take the last one. And make sure he doesn't retake any points for the next millennia, which is gonna be hard. Admittedly, it's going to be slightly difficult to stop him from recapturing points, but you know, you gotta at least try. All right, there we go. Oh boy, all right. So you do have even capture weight here, and then we'll have more in a second. It's definitely good. Doesn't have a lot over here. And I can stop him on this end. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Arc in the Black, you can go there. Let's just get that reset going. It's gonna be difficult to stop him from outweighing me here with that White King. But, we're gonna try our best. Okay, nice, nice. Whoopsie daisies. Pass that one in the wrong place. That's a misplay. Let's get another cav unit here. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, now he's going. Now he's doubling back over here. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, he's probably gonna win it just because I wasn't able to kill his lord in the end. So I will say this is rather funny that we actually almost managed to to get a triple cap on him. Let's see here. Yeah, this guy. Let's get the Necrotech back in there. Get a little bit of a single entity action. Okay, there we go. Arc in the Black. You can Spirit Leech some Skeleton Spears, and then you gotta get ready to move to this point to defend it. Yeah, there's no way we hold this one, is it? Unfortunate. We might not even capture this one. Alright, yeah. Gee, well played. Yeah, such is life. Honestly, it's not the best matchup for Tomb Kings. But I feel like we almost won it. I feel like the Hyrule Titan. How did the Hyrule Titan do? He did get 2k value. He did get 2k value. He kind of just died to the horrors, though. People said that he doesn't die. He just died, man. Yo, the Blood Knights cooked, too. Blood Knights cooked my infantry. Unfortunate. Yeah. No healing on him. I didn't really get a chance to use my heals because my Necrotechs were on the far side. Construct maxing with Cathay, that'd be pretty interesting. Honestly, pretty fun game. I think, yeah, not being able to kill the Blood Knights was my big oof. And his Lord barely surviving. Arc in the Black, it costs 2,000 gold. So he's actually a pain in the butt to resummon. It was fun trying him out, though, with the Spirit Leech build. We almost killed the dragon. So close. Alright, it's fine, though. As long as we win 3 matches, we are gonna be making it. So we'll just carry out the victories. Should be fine. Let's take a look. Oh, Shopty did pretty good. Honestly, those Blood Knights were scary. Look at them. They got so much value done. Yeah, honestly, I think Arc in the Black, he's good, but yeah, definitely just take another Lord. Like, take a Cetra or something. He costs about as much, and Cetra can fight. Could put the Necrotex in reserve. Makes sense, makes sense. Could put him on foot. One of them had the Van Braces of the Sun, which is interesting. It's like a perpetual Helm of Discord. It's actually pretty interesting. What if you take them on foot? They have 1,000 less HP. You could take them on foot and have one with the Van Braces of the Sun. Could be interesting. He's vampire counts. He bans Jade. Jade Tomb. What's Bleak Spire Labor Camp? Bleak Spire Labor Camp. Ah, it's this one. Yo, he's also vampire counts? Yeah, everyone's playing vampire counts. Alright, I'll get my redemption. We're gonna try a different build. Let's see here. Ban Bleak. So that means we're playing on Glade of the Everqueen. Alright. Perfect setup for the 3-1. Classic Anticity style. Alright, here we go. No more Hyrule Titan. I had to get it out of my system. But now that it is gone, now it is time for the true build. The one that will crush all. Okay, so I want this ability and I want this ability. We get this. Oh yeah. Oh, this is way better. This is way, way, way better. Unleash the Tomb Scorpions. Tomb Scorpions are not bad. Against vampire counts, though, I definitely need some anti-large. Scream Skull Catapult is a bit too much of a meme. We're not going to go with that. Carrion might actually do well against Vargeists with the right spells. I do really like the Skeleton Horseman, too. For like a late game capture weight. But initially, I need to get value. Necro Knights, I did not like the Necropolis Knights. I think Ushapti outclassed them in like every way. Honestly, I'm not too against just spamming Ushapti, but first things first. We must get a little bit more infantry. What's the wildest Tomb Kings build you think you can make work? I've come to bargain. The wildest Tomb Kings build? Honestly, the roster's not that big. I feel like the Arc and the Black strat with the Hyrule Titan is something I could make work against some lesser players, but not currently right now. Wildest? Kalita. Get the Kalita in there? I don't know. All catapults. I feel like Kalita is wild, but she can actually work. Max Tomb Guard is just meta, man. Max Tomb Guard is just meta. We're talking Cathay Cav maxing levels of working. Tomb Kings can't really Cav max. Probably make some like crazy like... I don't know. I'll have to think on it. If you're here for bribery, I want to get at least this win in first. But yeah, maybe a bunch of Casket of Souls and then you play hyper defensive. You know what? Yeah, sure, that. An extremely defensive Casket of Souls spam. Build. I think that maybe that. Yeah, probably that. Why? You know what? Maybe I can do that this game. All right, here. Sounds legit. It's... Oh, boy. What's so bad about Necropolis Knights? They're too expensive for what they do. Alright. Alright, you guys want to see caskets? Gaskets? I miss Franz being viable. He's viable, he's just not meta. Though healing nerfs definitely hurts him. Okay, I think I have a good build against them vampires. The silliness here, though. Silliness is up. Oh my god. Yeah, silliness is up like 10,000%. Will this work? Will this work? Oh, the great questions of our time. I think I said that, you know, I genuinely feel like it probably works. But, it's definitely on the spicier side of things. Interesting. Very weird build. Very, very weird build. Unconventional. Mayhaps. OP though. Hopefully we don't get some insane lag today, yeah. Please don't bring the Hyrule Titan again. Technically, it did get a lot of value. It just doesn't have a lot of, like, battlefield presence. Honestly, I think the Necro Knights did me more dirty than the Hyrule Titan. Hyrule Titan was okay. Watch it be a mass ghost build. The insanity. The insanity plays. Fingers crossed for the connection. Fingies crossed. Yo, these statues are always like so massive, man. Although we actually do have statues that are like, wait, how big is the Statue of Liberty? I don't know. Anyways. All right, on request by chat. You want to see the craziest build that you think I can win with? Here it is. That's it. That's all my units. So I'm basically just gonna play hyper defensive. The Construct of Liberty. It's actually not that big, but I'm gonna play super defensive. We're gonna farm value. Gonna get our Sandstorms, and I'm gonna use my double Necrotex as basically just insane debuffers. Necrotect on foot with Vambraces of the Sun, in theory, should be able to debuff everything that fights here. Highway to O2? Nah, we got this. He has a Strigoi and a Banshee, very off meta, with a leadership reduction. Strigoi has Gaze of Nagash. Nagash's Gaze, okay. If I just bring in, yeah, if I bring in an Ushapti unit, I can keep him a little. I can keep him on his toes at least a little bit. He actually has Graveguard Halberds, okay. Very interesting build from my opponent. Very interesting indeed. I'm really hoping he Gaze of Nagashes this thing. It has magic damage, so it just eats the Banshee for breakfast. That's pretty funny. Here we go. Here we go. So, there you go. Let's target down some of his infantry. There's Gaze number 1. Ouch. Bro, this is gonna suck. Alright, it's fine. The Ushapti will keep him honest. Worst case, I'll just resummon Contap. Oh, jeez. You know what I should do? I should, like, body block the gazes with, I should body block the gazes of Nagash. It's fine. Yeah, it's totally fine. Not a problem. All right, here we go. This is the actual, like, insane meta play. Okay, nobody expects this. But you can actually body block. You can use a little bit of a get down, sir. Right? So as long as I position correctly here with this bad boy, you actually shouldn't be able to get a gaze off. Fairly good Ushapti volley over there. Very nice. What, is it just gonna go for it? Bro, he's going for it, okay. Holy crap, he's really going for it, bro. Crap, friendly fire. Okay, well that's an insane play. That's a crazy play. So now my Sphinx of Uzkep can bully him. He summons some crypt ghouls over here. Shouldn't be a big deal. Just use our physical resist to our advantage. Sphinx is bullying his lord away, I guess. Little room buzz popping off. Thing is, the Sphinx doesn't actually get an attack though. There you go. Okay, finally lands an attack. Kind of jank, not gonna lie. Okay. Come on, Concept. You're supposed to be better than this. At least the Banshee kind of sucks. Alright, alright. Then I can start spamming out some more Shopdi. Because he has so many Graveguard. Here we go. Yeah, Kotop's gonna die to gaze him to gash. There's no dealing with it, man. Oh, there it is. Get down, sir. Oh, he went for the breath attack first. Interesting. And a summon. Okay. Honestly, I can work with that. I can work with that. Let's pull the Ushapti back. His Banshee's actually dying. God, Ethereal suck now. You can't have that much magic with all the summons, too. That should actually be hurting him. There we go. Let's get the boys in. There's no way he lands in this, right? I can heal up my big boy over there. And here he comes for my capture point. So can we clear out the vampire accounts? Let us see. Overall, my artillery pieces are doing great. I can't believe he actually has Karen race. What is this? Alright, there we go. Big boy over there is doing his greatest. He's doing his darndest. There's a little bit of a vortex going on. Very nice. Hot top, you gotta stabilize these boys. There we go. And then I gotta, as soon as my passive wears off, then we cast the incantation over there to bully some of these guys. Very nice. Banshee, or yeah, Karen rates are not a big problem, I feel. I can deal with a couple Karen rates. What I'm much more worried about is the fact that my lord is about to die. Another big breath attack. Kind of hurts. A lot. God, the Roomba sucks so much. Come on, man. Come on, Contab, get out of there. Okay, there you go. Contab's doing fine. He's doing fine. I am re-securing the point. Hell yeah. Caught up. Just keep casting spells. And he's dead. Well, that's a little unfortunate. Just a touch. Alright, casket. Come on, baby. Get in there. Overall, trading-wise, it's not the worst thing in the world. Sure, Contact might be gone. Okay, those are not Blood Knights, thank goodness. There we go. Fairly good shot over there. Dude, this build sucks. This build sucks, man. Is there anything? I have some archers I can bring in, I guess. Dude, this thing's just dying. Holy crap, man. Yeah, we're getting manhandled. Yo, why can't this thing move? Get out of there, son. Okay, there we go. Jeez Louise, just move, baby. Oh my god. Why is it so slow? Come on. There you go. There you go. And he's out. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and get these guys in. Okay. All right. He's stabilized. We're good. Clobbers the corpse card. Exactly what we want to see. We have Ushopti over here. And he has nothing on the far point. So I can save up and we get some cav over there. Maybe get just a little bit of cavalry. I do still have this thing. And I can summon in some skeleton spears to just make sure this point gets secured. There we go. I think you need to go back to the drawing board. It's not over just yet. You summoned a lot of knights.
To go back to the drawing board for your wild build, my friend.
No, we actually might still live here. That's the crazy part. If this thing just doesn't die, which I do have a heal in a second here. There we go. Nice. He sends his lord in. There's another heal on it. Nice, nice. Get a Ushopti in there. Let's target fire that little blob. And we have 2 horsemen on this capture point. My opponent's build is not the best, which is definitely helping us out. But, don't count me out until it's over, man. We're cooking today. Let's see here. There you go. There you go. Big Sphinx. Putting in the work. I'll have skeletons there soon. Alright. There goes knights. Thank goodness. There's the capture. Alright. There's some Ushopti. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for that. Alrighty. Sick. Can I threaten this capture point against his Karen rates? We finally killed his Banshee.
One of your units has been
I can maybe get Kodtep back in a second. I do still have the Kepler Guard, who are amazing versus these Karen raids here. Absolutely amazing. There you go. Big hit on his forces. Alright. Do I resummon my lord, though, is the question. Yes, just the one capture point. That's not going to be enough to actually win this. There we go. We have our debuffer. I think I do want to resummon Kodtep. I think I kind of need the guy. Let's see. Okay, very good shots, though. From the casket. Little anti-large beast over here. Put in work on his lord.
One of your units
There you
has
go.
been
Nice,
destroyed.
nice. Get another archer up. Huge shot, huge shot. Crap, his Karen rates are moving in over here, though. I'm gonna have to loop around and try to seal this point, I think. He's finally out of infantry here, though. Okay, alright. Now we're cooking. Now we're absolutely cooking. Because I have more horsemen. There you go. Oh crap, he has more infantry. Let's see. What are we supposed to do about this? So already has some black knights over here. At least I can get a little bit of a surround on him. His lord actually might die. That's the funny part. If we're lucky here, he loses his lord and then we are a little bit more set than we once were. Another unit of cav. Gonna be super important for capturing points. Come on, baby. Just kill him. Just kill that lord. He crumbling, man.
The enemy has captured one of your victory points.
Okay, yeah, so he does get 1 point, but we are beginning to secure this. His lord's under some glorious fire right now. Okay, this thing I just got to desummon. Okay. 0 HP lord, and we just got our massive healing. Unfortunately, I think my Necro Sphinx does die here. But without a lord, we may be able to win it. I can get Kodtep back, maybe. Do I need him for leadership, or do I need more Ushopti to capture points? Oh, it's a tough call. It's a very tough call. I think I just need more. Actually, no, I really need that leadership, man. I really need that leadership. Okay, we gotta get his home point. His lord just finished crumbling to death. That's hilarious. Okay, alright. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I gotta start skelly swarming this far side. Come on, baby. Get on that point. Archer should do pretty good against Karen Wraiths. Just some basic Karen Wraiths. Who cares? I can't believe he's summoning more, man. That's insane. Alright, there we go. I have to retake this point. He is pretty out of position for it, right? Kotep is back. He's back in business. He just needs to spam spells so I get some global healing. Okay, here we go. He does have a lot of crypt ghouls. So we'll see. We'll see what he's able to actually defend here. We're feigning multiple points at the same time. I got to capture this one super quick is all. Getting both Necrotechs on this point is the most important thing. There we go. Then we're just rushing in. Actually, no. I got to shoot his Black Knights. First and foremost, we got to get the Black Knight shot up. Let's stall them with a little bit of our cavalry. There we go. Pile in. Let's get another shot in with the Kotep. There you go. This is a big Kotep shot. It's a capture. Okay, alright. Come on. I'm using my guys purely for capture weight, my cavalry. That's all they gotta do right now. There's literally nothing else but that. Come on, Kotep. There you go. Heal up. The skeleton over here. He's mostly abandoned this point, so I can just walk right onto it. Very, very nice. Okay. Thank goodness for my opponent kind of memeing with the ethereals. Oh my gosh, there we go. There you go. Alright, we got a few boys in here. The cav don't really matter that much, and we finally have a little bit of capture weight. Okay, I just gotta carry out the win then. We must just carry out the victory. Kotep, he's doing great. There we go. I gotta knock these crypt ghouls back and out of there, and then I'm just gonna get Ushapti in here because they're gonna be really needed for this upcoming situation where I just have to hold a triple cap for the next millennia. But so far so good, right? So far so good. There you go, a little bit of work on them.
One of your units has been
We're gonna need just gonna need more boys here, right? He's losing his cav though, but I'm also losing my cav here. They are a core part of my capture weight. All right, here we go. Come on. Come on, baby. Get a big shot. There you go. Get a big heal. Beautiful shot. Holy crap. Beautiful shot, Kotep. I love you so much. Okay. All right. I just got to get this Necrotech in here. We have a lot of boys. We have a lot of boys on the point and a lot of spears, which counter his cavalry. I think we're going to get it. I think we are actually going to get it. It's kind of sus. Kotep's going to need another pot shot over here. There you go.
You have the foe. Point.
Not even close, baby. Not even close. I bet y'all thought we were dead. Intensity never dies. Oh my god. Someone asked, you did ask, what was the craziest build I thought I could win with? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Give him the anti-large. Give him all the buffs. Get a little bit of a vortex in there. Talary, thank you very much for the prime sub. Get him, Kotep. Get the shot off. Point blank shot, Kotep. Kerblamo.
Unending glory.
Oh my god. GG. A mixture of disgust and admiration. Thank you very much for the 15. That was an emotional roller
A
coaster.
mixture of disgust and admiration.
Oh man, Talaray, thank you very much for the sub. Oh god, the Sphinx carry, dude. Almost 5,000 value because we actually healed at that time. Necrotechs were sick, man. Permanent Helm of Discord to win the front fight. Caskets got value. Alright, can I stop memeing? Can I just stick with the constructs now? Oh, jeez, man. Jeez. Yeah, my opponent's build was not the greatest. Like, Karen rates do not cook, man. Karen rates are an absolute meme. He 100% could have won that if he summoned in a little bit of spicier dudes. His knights actually didn't do that well. I feel like the blood knights were much spookier. Vargulf got a lot of work done. His lord got 4,000 value. God, we're just sucker punching each other. Please bring Tomb Scorpions next. Tomb Scorpions I can do without needing to stress. Jeez. Yeah, the Ushopti really pulled it back. I had no right winning that. I had no right. It was close too. 40 seconds on the clock. Oh, jeez. Tomb Kings versus Vampire counts. Oh wait. Tomb Kings versus Vampire counts and the Tomb Kings win. Oh, jeez. Alright. So, last match is Serica versus Ghost King. Yeah, Tomb Scorpions have really nice stats. It can dodge a lot. Construct OP. Sphinx of Uskep getting double its value is insane. The Caskets are surprisingly good at getting crazy burst damage if they're blobbing. A Casket in reserve is actually probably not that bad because their accuracy is so good. So Sutra Necro Sphinx doesn't count as a construct, so I can't heal it with the Necrotex. It's generally a good combo though, for sure. Like, you can't really go wrong with it. I might be falling in love with the Foot Necrotex though. So the bonus versus infantry 20. And they have a permanent melee defense. Like, it's just a permanent Helm of Discord. Can we just see this real quick? If I have a Necrotect and they're vampire accounts, and they have like a White King, let's say. Right? The Necrotect might do better against the White King than one might expect, just because of that Helm of Discord debuff. Alright, here we go. Are constructs good? Some of them are. Some of them are. So, take a look at this. When this White King gets hit by the Necrotect. There you go. Blinded. So, here's the problem. Necrotect actually has to, like, land the hit. Oh, God, that was atrocious. Alright, never mind. Never mind. Screw the Van Braces, man. Yo, how does that even work? Wait, does he have to actually, like, land damage? Dude, that's terrible. What was that garbage, man? That was not even close. Are they doing anything? Do they do anything? That looks amazing. Oh, my God. Have I been playing double handicap by taking this item? That was absolute garbage. That was beyond garbage. He got one hidden. You think Vampire and Tomb Kings will get a future DLC? I hope they do. No idea if they will, though. Okay, let's take a look at this. Yeah, so Van Braces of the Sun, right? So once he gets going and they have 1 melee defense, technically he can bring Crypt Ghouls down to nothing. So what the Necrotech is he's a walking debuff machine. Right? Like this is good. You can't say this ain't good. This is hilarious. So if I keep him with Ushapti. Okay, now we're talking. Yeah, way better on infantry. So what if they're vampire counts and they have like 2 Graveguard halberds and I'm rolling in and all I got are Ushapti and 2 Necrotechs. So one of them will have the Van Braces, the other one will not. Necrotechs on foot won't insta-die, so it could actually be sick. How does accuracy affect melee units? It depends on what you mean by accuracy. Like the accuracy debuff there, it doesn't do anything. It'll just affect range units. Okay, so let's try this. One of these has Van Braces, the other one does not. Ushapti, as you can see, when they dive into halberds, it's a pretty even trade. But what if one of the Graveguard have 0 melee attack? It's a good amount better. I think if you leave foot Necrotechs, actually it's not that much better though. I guess a bonus versus large is still carrying. I did send them in a little bit outside of line with the Necrotechs. Let's do beginning to end then. Yeah, I don't know, man. That I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't much of a difference there. You aren't taking into account corpse carts. We're just seeing if the ability does anything. Obviously, corpse carts are going to buff them, but that doesn't actually change whether or not the ability does something or not. We're getting a feel for this. Okay, so let's go here. You can try with the basic skellies on Graveguard in a little bit. Although Graveguard have that kind of sent them at the different times, but there you go. There's a debuff. So way lower melee attack, way lower melee defense. It is a notable difference, especially HP wise. I think if you leave them long enough, I think it is worth. It's just not that insane. But hey, a couple debuff dudes that can heal. Constructs. Yeah, they're definitely taking less damage. Here. If it's... Let's try, like... So, one of the bigger differences, I feel, that we can actually see from this. Skeleton warriors versus Crypt Ghouls. If we had to manufacture a situation to make this look good, and a situation that might actually show up, this could be it. The problem is that they actually have to land the hit to apply the debuff. But, aside from that, it's not the worst. Here's the next round up yet. Sarikhan Ghost King still fighting. Dang. Alright. So, feast your eyes. So this should be the most clear version. So we're looking at 8 melee attack versus 32. This is where it's at, right? So not only is the Necrotech taking a lot less damage from the Crypt Ghouls, skeletons are also just straight up not dying to ghouls. This guy in melee is where it's at, alright? Look at that. That's a crazy difference. That's actually an insane difference. So, Van Braces of the Sun. Keep it around, man. Keep it around. Put these guys on foot. Leave them in combat. That's actually pretty good. So I think we're gonna use that tech if I'm gonna take necrotechs anyways. Yeah, that's not even Tomb Guard, man. It's literally skeleton warriors. It's the cheapest infantry beating a unit that costs twice as much. That's a huge uptrade. That's a massive uptrade. I would say definitely worth. The thing is, these guys will cost 800, but overall battlefield impact's not bad. I redeemed some squats. You redeemed some squats, Barrel. Where? I'm scrolling up. Oh crap, you did. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'll get the squats going while we wait for the next match. Alright. Now I just need a construct that I can do. Scam City, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see here. Too bad I can't take the extended roster. Healing up Ushopti's not the worst. It is 900. Like, if you'd heal a Tomb Scorpion, you might as well heal the Ushopti, right? What else? Necro Sphinx is not bad. I would like to try the Cambrian War Sphinx next. Screw the Bone Giant, though. Bone Giant sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta do squats with me if you're in the gym. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll do 2 pistol squats. Or I'll do 1 pistol squat. Oh god, that's hard. Oh jeez. Oh, I pulled my arm. I pulled my arm somehow doing a pistol squat. I don't even know how that's possible. Ow, god. I still have 1 more to do. Redeem the hydrate, thank you. Alright. Let's do the other one. Oh, jeez. Ah. Not as good on the left leg. Oh. Jeez, how did that even happen? Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Apparently I gotta do arm stretches before I do squats. There we go. Alright. Alright. Oh. It's good exercise. It's good exercise. I didn't pull my legs. I pulled my arm. Oh, jeez. Just did it with you. Wasn't too bad. Dang, Craftier. Ugh. All right. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You're becoming one of us old people? Not quite. My back is still going strong. Oh, we're up against Danican, finally. Yo. Danican's a good player, though. So we gotta stop throwing. Watch him also be vampire counts. Danican. Dark Elves. I feel like I've been facing Danican a lot recently. Mad Lad is cooking. We need the Hyrule Titan. I brought it round 1. And we lost. Alright, Dark Elves. I can deal with Dark Elves. They're ultra chill, man. Dark Elves suck. Mostly. He likes Witch Elves. He also likes his Scourge Runner chariots. Though, against Tomb Kings, they gotta be pretty bad, right? What was the thinking with the 4 Sisters of Avalon yesterday? I knew he was going to bring chariots. And Sisters of Avalorn are really good into chariots because they're not going to rush into melee against my cavalry. So it's a nice way to make a counter build that also looks amazing. But yeah, it only works because Dark Elves don't, like, if you replace all those chariots with like 4 Cold One Knights, we just lose. So yeah, but I honestly feel like the matchup is pretty spooky unless you take Eltharion with all the Cold One Knights. So you kind of have to roll the dice a little bit. Aren't Dark Elves like the one matchup where Bone Giant is good? Maybe? Bans Dunes of Cain. Okay. We're playing on the Rock Fort. Does Necrotect revive models? Necrotect does not revive models, no. Most constructs don't lose entities too hard, though. So, it's fine. It's fine most of the time. Okay. Dark Elves. Dark Elves. How do we feel about them? They are definitely a little bit of a scary faction to deal with. They got a lot. They have a lot. He likes being a cheap caster that if you snipe, he'll just resummon. That part's pretty annoying. Campaign player here. Why do Dark Elves suck in multiplayer? Dark Shards seem so strong in campaign. Because they get outranged. The AI doesn't know how to punish your short-range Dark Shards. So you can get a lot of DPS in. But when it comes to Warhammer multiplayer, your ranged units typically are not going to get more than a couple shots off. Unless you end up in a really, like, if your range units, if you can point to a range unit and say, this one will get 3 full volleys off in this game at full HP, you're probably going to win the game. That's how impactful they are. So everybody wants to get them killed. Absolutely everybody. Let's see here. Let's go for, what lord do I want? I think this will do. He's probably gonna have Burning Head, yeah. I think Burning Head is more or less a guarantee. At least I have strats for his cavalry and such. Are Shades better since they can stalk and get closer than Dark Shards? They're way more expensive, so most people go for Dark Shards, but Shades are definitely not unmeta. They, like, people definitely will sometimes take Shades in a handful of situations. But yeah, I would not say that they're like ultra common or anything. Interesting. So Dark Elves. A faction with really only a couple playstyles. Like, they can try kiting, they can try rushing. But like, that's really it, right? It's not like Dark Elves have an absurd amount of things that they can pull out here. Like, he's not gonna take a Hydra or something. I think that would be kind of insane. His Shades dual weapons is the weirdest thing ever to take. Yo, hybrid units in general are so bad because range units should be shooting. It's as simple as that. Unless it's a low ammunition hybrid unit, in which case it's fine. Like, any precursor shot unit is fine. But any high ammunition, low DPS hybrid unit, sucktastic. Okay, really interested to see what he decides to bring here. I think mostly it's just gonna come down to who plays better. Lothern Seaguard, yeah, we see that a lot in multiplayer, but even so, it's like it's not exactly like they're not like that great, you know? Like if you gave High Elves better spear infantry, spears and archers for life, man. The reason we see Lothern Seaguard is because High Elf spears are worse than Chevroned Empire spearmen in almost every way. So like you're gonna need some sort of anti-large. Corsair handbows. Corsair handbows aren't a big deal. Tomb King's got a lot of shields and HP. Ice Guard dual weapons are okay because they can deal with Furies. Yeah, but like usually you kill Furies with your cavalry. It's not the most optimal thing. The better unit that can deal with Furies is something like, I guess, like War Wagons. But anyways, if your opponent just doesn't send Furies onto your Ice Guard, then I don't know, like I can kind of see it. I can kind of see what you're putting down here. The big problem in my head is that Furies, most players shouldn't be just YOLOing Furies onto Ice Guard in general. So like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's actually a pretty big misplay unless like, yeah, you can just take like, I don't know, just any other unit. Also, yeah, we have Bone Giant. It is a construct, and there's no way he can ever snipe it because I have 2 healers for it. Other constructs we have, Ushapti, and a second Bone Giant. Insane, I know. So here's the idea. I have some boys over here. Supreme Sorceress of Fire, who would have guessed? I can play very defensively at this position. Very hard to flank because of the house. Supreme Sorceress of Fire is not a big deal. Although she can probably kill my skeleton archers. Other than that, though, as long as we play it smart, we'll be okay. Bone Giant shots are homing too, so they can actually get a little bit of work done. Looks like he's gone for classic, some chariots. Okay. Yeah, he's gone for a couple chariots. But can he dodge a Bone Giant? The answer is yes, absolutely. It's wow, that was very underwhelming. That was actually incredibly underwhelming. Run, Kazap, run! Ouch. Honestly, the fireball's not too bad. Alright, big play though. Bone Giant needs to kill his skeleton chariots. Yeah, I spooked him up. He was so spooked. Kerblamo! Okay, it doesn't even one-shot a chariot entity. Do I even want to summon the second Bone Giant? I feel like I should just get the Chosen of the Gods, yeah? I feel like this Bone Giant shenanigans not exactly turning out the way that I thought it would. Let's not line up our skelly dudes here. So he is just fireball spamming Kotep. That's fine, as I can just play further back with Kotep. There's no point playing aggressive, and then that way most of his fireballs will be wasted. Then we get our horse archers here. Then we pop off. Also, my Ushapi are going ham. Also, hello. Hello there, Mr. Brought me some assassins. Okay. Well, ain't that just hilarious? So, I can just kill him. That's gonna be jokes. Oh my god. Assassin. I accidentally into an assassin catcher. Yo, that's hilarious. It's like I'm map hacking. It's so good. He does get a good burning head though. Alright. Bone Giant plonking away as horses. If I can just kill both assassins, we're fine. Oh crap, he actually hit my second archer unit. Did not expect the swerve. Kind of screwed me over there a little bit. Come on. Come on, horseman. You got this. You got this. Here you go. Let's get another horseman in. Just keep bullying them assassins. We'll be fine. You can only tank so many arrows to the face before they eventually die. And they're rather expensive too. They both have their little net ability. Okay, there we go. It's fairly good damage on them so far. Though, I have to be a little careful here. Yeah, so they're going for my Ushopti, makes sense. I can just pull them back though. Not a big deal. What are those, Dark Riders? Okay. Dan it can, spooky player. Let's not get another burning head on ourselves. Repeater crossbows, interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like the repeater crossbows will not be able to do that much. Maybe I'm mistaken though. Okay, so they had to trigger their little ability there. That's fine. Okay, and he's just going for it. All right, makes sense. Let's get our dudes here. I do have a lot of skirmishers. So it does kind of make sense that he feels like he can just go for it. And get a big old push on me. Let's meet him. Meet him halfway. He's already losing a couple boys. One assassin's down. Bone Giant's having a time of his life. And I can just summon directly on those Dark Riders and get him punished. So that's fairly comfy. Second assassin should go down very soon. Ticket-wise, it's a little sketchy. Okay, Codtap takes a little bit of heat. He's getting his crows in here. All right. But there's the heal, which is going to be very good for us, yeah. Let's get some more. Yeah, some more of these guys. His second assassin is down. Wondrous. Codtap. Yeah, he just has a bunch of Dark Riders. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Here you go. Just keep healing them. Okay, he's actually a little too far. It's fine. As long as the Necrotechs are fighting, we're good. Mm-hmm. Those Dark Riders? Yeah. Just Dark Riders are not a big issue. They don't really have a lot of oomph to them. There's our other heal. Marvelous. Marvelous. Let's see if we can bait him out. He might try to surround Codtap here. In which case I have a big old sandstorm waiting for him.
The enemy has captured one of your victory points. Take it back.
Okay. Lots of deeps. I have a lot of horsemen here. Giants doing okay. And we are winning these fights mostly. Because of the healing, primarily. So, overall, it's okay, I'd say. He did get his passive, though. I have my passive, however. Alright. Here we go. So, we've distracted his more expensive Dark Riders over there. And he's actually summoning in a Manticore, which is perfect for me. Manticore is not going to be able to actually capture anything. So once I'm actually on these points, I think it's over. I just have to carry out the victory now, right? Use some spells so that we get a little bit of healing done. Start sniping his lord, because he might not be paying attention. There we go. Big catch over there on some of his cav. It's routing. Kill off the crows. Nice. Alrighty. I just gotta retake my points now. It's gonna be spooky indeed. But we already have one, which is very, very important here. I'm up trading, so I should worry about tickets. There you go. Harpies are not going to do anything. There's some Shopty. Nice. Harpy's going down. I'm a little worried about the Cold One Knights, so I'm just going to plonk down that Sandstorm, and that should just delete them. Honestly, it's a pretty bad matchup for the Dark Elves, I feel. So, yeah. And we got our Necrotech here. Debuffing these guys. That's pretty hype. Alrighty. Here we go. Sandstorm is completed. Unfortunately, it has more Dark Riders over here. But I do have more light cavalry. We are capturing all of his points. Marvelous. And he's beginning to feel the squeeze, right? He's just running out of units. There's another capture point. Alrighty. I wish I had a construct to heal. That'd be kind of nice. There you go. You know what? Heal up the giant. Physical resist. And then we just never let him kill Katap. Just don't let Katap die. He's gonna fireball him. Makes sense. Giants on the point though. Skirmishers are having a hard time indeed. What does he have? Just Dark Rider? Oh crap.
The enemy has slain our lord.
Okay, that's a little awkward. It's a little awkward. Just a smidge, I'd say. I still have a lot of units. I could probably resummon Katap. Let's get one archer out. And you know what? The giant is holding the fort pretty well, right? Little bone giant over there. Little worried about the Cold One Knights. Just a smidge. I do have Ushopti though. We're not high elves, thank goodness. And yeah, now he has to desummon his chariots.
One of your units has been
Okay, alright. His plays constantly desummoning the chariots is actually pretty smart. He keeps them on high HP. So he can desummon them. Makes a lot of sense. Shopti are here at least. As soon as I resummon Katap though, it's over. I'm going to have so much magic. And the fact that he took a big fight against us is helping us out so much. Because that big fight, it healed up all my forces essentially. We got some insane healing. Katap's back. Taste of his own medicine with the cheap resummonable lord. Very nice. Cold One Knights over here. We can just stall. Giant can participate in that fight. Absolutely fine with me. How's this going? Couple Dark Riders. Okay, not a huge deal. He does certainly have a lot of Cold One Knights, but I think we're doing all right here. His Dark Riders look like they may get there. No. All right, they get routed. Huge. All right, so now I just stall them for a little bit with our light cav spam. There's another sweet heal for us. There they go. All right. And then if I can run down his crossbows, we're doing so good. It's Dark Riders. There's a Cold One Knights. So we hit the Cold One Knights. He's trying desperately to retake the point. We're not going to let him. Katap's back, but I can't afford to just have him die. We got to be at least a little careful about that one. Okay. There you go. There he goes. He's trying to get some surrounds. This Cold One Knights is so beat up, though. There's the Giants. There's the Rude Sandstorm. Nice. We've caught up in points. That's huge. And the Supreme Sorceress of Fire now stuck against the Giant. Looks like she may very well go down. Holy crap, though. This was a scary game. He knows how to make a game spooky. Alright, Supreme Sorceress does live. But we do secure this point. So I can actually afford to lose 1 point now, and it's okay. Which one we decide to lose, though, is a big question mark. Giant has that point on lockdown. Middle and flank, though, is actually a little sus, however. Those are just Dark Riders. So if I just keep spamming the Cav here, they should be able to shut them down real nice. Repeated crossbows being annoying.
One of your units has been destroyed.
I have another, you know what, just heal the giant, I guess. It's kind of awkward, but it's gonna have to do. Alright, here we go. Nice. Kontap has to stay safe, though. He cannot afford to die. So he has secured the middle, but can he secure the other points? Time is of the essence. And he has but a single Dark Rider and one Cold One Knight against my 3 Cav and some Spears. He's definitely going to need to bring in a lot of forces here if he's going to take it. And in that time, I might be able to retake the center line. Kind of depends, though. So I should be able to hold this just fine. There you go. Nice. Dark Riders are not a very big issue. And we are piling into the middle now, which should be fairly uncomfortable for my opponent. Our immense capture weight stall here is doing wonders, I'm not gonna lie. Doing absolute miracles. You know what? Let's just keep stalling. I think that's what we do. I think we just keep on stalling forever until I can win on a single cap. Because my cap here is not gonna die. Kotup's doing great. He ain't gonna route to nothing. He's slowly starting to down trade because he's forced to YOLO his units into the fight. And I think we're good. Did Zerkovich inspire this one? No, I haven't actually watched Zerkovich's videos in forever. There you go. Nice. Let's get our summon over there. Because he just summoned some repeated crossbows in that direction. Can we stop him from capturing, though? That's a big dealio. I do win on a single cap. And, oh yeah, we just got this point. Ah, hell yeah. It's over. Let's go. Poor Kepperguard. Dude, they were fighting it out for the longest time. Anyways, with the double cap and the infinite stall secured, we did manage to pull out a victory. Very sketchy game against Danican. Did the Bone Giant do anything? No. Despite being around for the entire battle, I could have had way more impactful units. GG, well played though. Yeah, of the Bone Giant, I don't know, man. I like my Ushab the Great Bows way more because they got value so fast despite being focused down. Healing up normal Ushab, he's fine. I guess it did get 1300, but yeah, Dark Elves put up a really good fight. So we killed one chariot and then he got value and desummoned the other two. Catching the assassins out so early on was definitely a big plus. And despite the fireball spam on Codtap, we just resummoned him. I feel like for all those fireballs, he might have been able to get more value using Burning Head, but really hard to tell. Codtap was gone for a good hot second. And this is a very Charix-esque style, spamming out Skeleton Horsemen and Horse Archers. As a late game capture weight tool, these guys are insane. Really fast, slow crumbling. It's everything you could possibly want. Scorpions. Yeah, next up is Scorpions then, right? Terror helped a little. Oh yeah, that's true. It did provide a little bit of terror. Oh boy. For the Bone Giant, I could have gone... imagine if I had like a Cambrian War Sphinx. Bo would be dead. What's the gold for the Giant? Yeah, it's expensive. 1600 is a lot. Bone Giant was there. It's just there standing menacingly. Yeah, thank goodness I summoned in the Ushafti instead of the Bone Giant. So his double assassin was to kill any artillery or like backline shooting because he knew the Ushafti were going to be a problem. And he did end up sending them onto the Ushafti. They just didn't really pay for themselves. But yeah, the double assassin was totally just to deal with that. Oh yeah, caskets benefit from redline skills, right? I guess. Healing, and then the Vengeance. Tomb Kings is one of the only factions where it's meta, I would say, to take 3 spells. Because you can spam Restless Dead You get like 1% healing per spell cast. 3 winds of magic. You can just spam the Jaffs. Or Jaffs, I think is how you're supposed to say it. Anyways, screw the Bone Giants. Next up, we are in round 4, and I kind of need to win this to make it to semifinals. So, we're gonna sweat lord it. Let's see, how many people have 2 wins? I guess that's kind of important. Sampo, me, WMW, Killian, and then Broccoli, Fangirl. Oh wait, no, it's Ghost King right now. Wait, how's it? So Charix has 3 wins. Does no one else have 3 wins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so yeah, it's the top 3. It's determined by whoever gets the wins. Charix has made it. Charix is in there. He doesn't have to do anything. But if he wins, he knocks out a competitor. So preferably Charix wins. Unless we match against Charix, then I'm screwed. But other than that, very rare circumstance will be goodies. Yeah, Tomb Kings do have a really well-rounded roster. I think the faction as a whole is a little bit on the slower side, but in terms of options, they have a lot. Some interesting lord choices, all that bring something different to the table. And then there's Khalida. You have some hero choices that are pretty cool. Not used very often, but they complement the lords depending on what you take. And then, yeah, I think what they're really missing is like some of the more elite end of the roster with like heavy armor. They don't have armored cav really, because Necropolis Knights are too weak. But if they did do their job, you know, they fill the slot. Yeah, they're a well-rounded roster, but everything's slow. Give them a flying lord. Oh my goodness. What unit from the extended roster would be best? Crypt ghouls are amazing. This guy is just a terror-causing infantry unit. Wait a second. Does it count as ethereal? Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, 42 AP. I think this guy might be a bit good. I don't know. I feel like terror causing 9,000 HP. He doesn't have armor, but they don't have armor usually anyways. Yeah, this is pretty good. It's yeah, the bonus versus infantry is really nice. The magic damage, terror. It's the only ethereal unit that I think is hype. Almost double the cost, yeah, but like it's better. It's better than Tomb Guard, right? Like, look at it. If you include the physical resist, it's probably about as tanky as Tomb Guard. Probably cleaves through infantry like butter. Death from above, carrion rock drops for 450. Let's see here. Here we go. Whoopsie daisies. Danican was like, I forgot to leave the lobby. Feel free to kick me. I thought he meant he wanted to be kicked from the tournament. So I messaged the tournament host. I'm like, I think he wants to be kicked from the tournament. Anyways, I figured out eventually that he meant the lobby. But yeah, I almost engaged in some subterfuge to get my opponents out. That would have been pretty funny. Definitely not always supposed to be doing it. Yeah, no, you can't use the extended roster, so you can't even get Treekin as High Elves anymore. You could in Warhammer 2, but not anymore. Gobbo Slayer here. It's been fun watching your Max Strat streams. Hey, happy to hear. These ones would get you an honorary seat in XMT for the memes alone. Ah, hell yeah. B6 just messaged back. He said a scheme worthy of Skaven. Oh my god. Jeez. I can't believe I almost got someone else kicked out of the tournament. We're being toxic. We're being toxic. Imagine a surprise Tomb King Scorpion. Okay, a Tomb Scorpion? So is the Tomb Scorpion good? It's definitely one of the least meta viable constructs, I would say. Cause like, let's give it a quick test. So if we have Tomb Scorpions and they have like 2 Graveguard, right? Some very solid infantry. I want to know, two Tomb Scorpions cost about the same amount as 1 War Sphinx. They have anti-infantry, but their impact damage kind of sucks. I do anything to have extended faction units back. Honestly, I think some people have mentioned it. It'd be nice, certainly, but it's a lot to rebalance for CA. It's a nice way for them to just like get a little bit of community, you know. Like just, you know how they like add free units, right? I feel like the multiplayer scene would love extended units. Okay, this War Sphinx is actually doing so well. It's accidentally killing their the other, like the Scorpions units here. all right. So let's just see real quick. So the War Sphinx has 665. This is 337,479. Honestly, it is actually fairly comparable. These guys are harder to shoot too. The War Sphinx is a spicy meatball. 9,000 HP. It has almost double the HP. 2 Tomb Scorpions. Healing is probably better for the Sphinx. I think Scorpions are viable, but like not Scorpions win, Pog. All right, you know what? Sure. I'll see if I can make Scorpions work in the 4th round. They do have Vanguard. It's true. They do. They're not great for like this healing, but yeah, the duelists, if there's infantry characters, they can get some working. Sartosa Free Company were a beautiful thing. If only Aranessa was a little bit prettier. If only her net could hit air units or have range. Be nice. Fortunately, Aranessa's net sucks. If only you could heal her on a Rotting Promethean. Such is life. Scorpion. Yeah, I saw a Reddit post about the sandworm thing in Warhammer. There's like a sandworm unit. And I feel like a burrow mechanic would be pretty funny. Like make it where the unit is invulnerable for a few seconds, right? Something like that. And they can't move. Kind of like the Kislev spell. Yeah, they do have spell resist. 20%. Used to be magic resist. I think that's why we used to see Scorpions in Warhammer 2, but less so in Warhammer 3. And then the buffs to the War Sphinx did a lot of work. If Necromancers count as undead, Aranessa should too. Makes sense to me. She'd still suck even if she was undead. I think people would still not take her if she was undead. She needs a price reduction, man. I really hope next patch. CA has shown they're listening to me by making it where the camera doesn't fly to the reinforcement point every time you click it. That's honestly a massive change, especially for editing these videos. You don't know how much work I have to put in to edit out the sections where it's like zoom, zoom, and like giving people headaches. I can actually keep the camera in one position now. It's such a blessing. Oh my goodness. So that's definitely a really, really nice change. And 100%, I can be 99.9% sure that it's because I suggested it to CA. And a lot of other people agreed too, but like, I was the one that brought it up. I have the power. I have the ultimate power to influence the direction that the minor UI goes. You love Aranessa. Oh yeah, her foot animation's hype. She has like a little spinny attack. It's great. Anyway, Sartosa Free Company kind of sucked in the end, sadly. Can you suggest hammerers with shields to be added too? Hammers with shield. I think that might be a bit much of an ask. That might be a bit much. I could convince CA to add the extended roster in. I feel like, you know, I feel like a lot of these extended roster units don't break the meta that hard. Some of them do. And if you add the entire Empire extended roster, things are gonna get crazy. But I feel like, come on, give the Empire like Hurtwig, you know? I feel like the Empire with like Hurtwig and Roderick and Kalara and Jorek. Like, it's just fun stuff to play with, right? Okay, High Elves absolutely need the extended roster. Dude, CA added a bunch of DLCs to the High Elves, and they're like, alright, have fun not using any of the units we added. Yo, Athel, Tamara, Faith Bearers. Like, dude, they fill the gaps in the roster so hard. Why can't we have them? Okay, Knights of Torgaval are pretty insane. Like, I think there's some units that are just kind of silly. But honestly, anything can be balanced by making the price right. You can balance anything. Like, even the Dwarven Thunder Barge. You know, is like, they could have made the Dwarven Thunder Barge extended roster, but like, you know, they made the price right. That's all you really need. I'll do a push for it in the next patch if I have nothing else to ask about. Oh, Oasis. All right, so playing on Celestial Lake. Interesting. I'm thinking. So let's take a look. So Charks is facing Broccoli Fangirl, strong corn player if I remember correctly. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people with 2 Swiss points. So even if 2 other people manage to win, as long as I am able to win this best of this match against his Beastmen, we're good. We're absolutely fine. So that's gonna be the play today. Can it be done? Can it be done? Balanced bloated corpses. 200 gold, man. 200 gold. It's fine. I think people get way too up in their heads about like, bloated corpses gotta be OP. People are gonna send bloated corpses. No, if they're free, they still don't have that much impact. If bloated corpses were free, right, they're not getting you that much value. If you have any single entities, it's a waste of micro for the Vampire Coast. All right, I think bloated corpses absolutely 200 is a safe place to put them. Bloats are great skill issue. You know, I haven't played with them very much. It's true. What about Ulrika with dwarves? I feel like the dwarves don't like Ulrika though, right? Did they ever hire Ulrika in lore? I feel like they didn't. Oh, he's already ready, bro. All right, so we're on Celestial Lake. Here's the thing about Beastmen. Beastmen, they kind of just suck. I don't have to worry about the little beast boys. What are they gonna do? Actually, though, what are they gonna do? Is he gonna spam Minotaurs against me or something? I guess Minotaurs would be something worth shivering my timbers over. So we gotta have at least something for them. This is a matchup where Nehekar Horsemen are way better, by the way. So I'll definitely be running some of those. It's not spoilers for the build. Everybody knows Tomb King's gonna run Nehekar Horsemen. Alright, is this the build? It's a pretty good build. There's maybe one thing I'd change about it though. Like, I'm a little worried about. I'm a little worried about a couple things. I think, though, I think it should be fine. Beastmen have gotten a lot of nerfs recently. And we know the Van Braces of the Sun are hype, right? So, clearly we're indestructible with our ultimate Van Braces of the Sun playstyle. Clearly there's nothing I need to worry about. Is this really the build I'm taking? I'm terrified, man. Dude, I'm gonna get wrecked. I'm gonna get wrecked. Sure, you know what? Let's just send it. Micro well is the goal. I just have to left click and right click in the right positions. Sneaky snakes incoming. Just Scorpion. So I brought a double Scorpion start. B6 gave up on Skaven. Feels bad, man. Dude. The only person that even has a chance with Skaven is Charix, and he doesn't even win tournaments with them all the time. The fact that Charix can't even get consistent wins with Skaven when he can win with, like, High Elves, Betonia, it's the whole shebang, is sad. Yeah, I just gotta score more points than the other guy. Yeah, I just gotta get 1,500 tickets. Easy peasy. So, I did bring a lot of skeleton spears because the idea is his infantry are not going to win a fight. He may bring in a couple skirmishers, but here's the thing. Skirmishers, they kind of suck, right? They kind of suck against scorpions because their animations are so good. Fingers crossed. If he goes for main tide against double scorpion, I think we're fine. I don't want to blob up against Flock of Doom spam, though. Oh, wait, no, you're talking about Manticores? Manticores or Mantide? What if he brings the goat beast? Which goat beast? They're all goat beasts. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific. What are you gonna make? Luminarch tourney build? Currently, it is way too prone into shooting into the sides of cliffs. So, maybe none of that. Plans for dealing... Plans for dealing with them if he brings Beastmen, honestly, maybe just lose. Beastmen are kind of strong. I like how he went from Skaven to Beastmen, though. He's like, I wanna win. Just give me the win, man. If he really wants to sweat lord it, though, he would have played Slanesh. Technically, I think this tournament, Slanesh is not banned. But, Yeah, how are the leaderboard stats? Alternatively, vampire counts, 62% win rate. He went for Beastmen with a 61% win rate. Counts are definitely the most played at an extreme win rate. Vampire counts are kind of bulldozering people right now. BaseX? Yo, thank goodness CA increased, they decreased loading times by 25%. Otherwise, this would have taken 50 years. I shouldn't be complaining, though. I have a beast of a PC, so, like, you know, that I didn't even buy myself. I won it in the tournament. So, like, let's not BM our opponents too much. This is taking a while, though, most definitely. No, vampire counts are actually bulldozing because of Maximillionaire. Maximillionaire just kept winning tournaments with counts and people kind of got fed up with it. Oh. This whole time, it was always flat. Oh my goodness. Enjoy the scenery, people. Whoa. What sorcery is this? The power of debug camera. Where's the ice wall? It's gotta be here somewhere. Are there two suns? No, there's still only one sun. We're safe. Globe Earthers mad right now. Insane. It's been Minecraft the whole time. Hey, this one's less glitchy. Interesting. I wonder what does that. Is this... No. Okay, so it's... Yeah, it's not visible there. Huh. Whoa. All right. Showcase over. I'm going to fight for this point. Because that's just where you got to go to win the game. Either that or I'm fighting here. I think it's too easy for him to capture this. This area has trees, but not a lot of flank routes, right? Like, if I position, like there, we should be fine. There we go. I have one archer to keep his guys a little modest. Look at that. Double necrotect. Kept a guard. Tomb Scorpions, take this. Leave a unit of spears there to hold the fort. And then Infinity Cavalry. A fine build, I think. The big thing is just making sure that these skelly boys don't get killed by a little bit of a cavs around. They also have to be careful about archers shooting them up. That would be most unfortunate. But a small choke point fight for my necrotex will dominate, man. Yes, it's Horse Cetra. Horse Cetra is insane. 60 melee attack, bonus versus large 20. He can actually outduel a lot of Beastmen Lords. We're gonna need it. See, has those guys. Traitor Kin. Double Gorble. Very interesting. He has 15 units. Loads probably in the forest. Fine with me. What are we summoning in first? Skelly Horse Archers are not the worst, but if a big fight's coming, I don't feel too comfortable just YOLOing them in. Shopty can have a bit of a rough time. I feel like I should be summoning in Nehekar Horseman, because we're gonna have to deal with this annoying stuff soon enough. He's very much posturing to go ahead and take this point. So I'm just gonna go over here. And I'll leave, yeah, just a little bit of a force there to handle him. So he wants to get a Traitor King. Can I bait it out? Come on. You know you want to. Just chuck it out. I'm pretty sure it doesn't stick, so if I leave the bubble, we'll be fine. I know he has Centaurs in the trees. Either that or he just has a stupendous amount of infantry. I guess he just has a stupendous amount of infantry. Okay. Fine by me. There you go. There's the physical resist. And here comes the main fight. So as long as my necrotechs do well here, I think we're good. There's the ability usage. The Traitorkin. I do have a lot of horsemen here. Infantry fight should go fine for me. That's not a big deal. And it appears two Tomb Scorpions, etc. do indeed bully his Gorable. Rather hard, actually. It's a good start. It's a very good start. I'm gonna need to get some work on his Centaurs too, though. So he's playing on my side of the battlefield. So as long as I trade well here, we should be fine. The necrotechs are debuffing these guys like crazy. That's actually going to win the fight there. It's insane. Let's see here. More horsemen. Oh my gosh, I didn't have to worry about the camera. Let's see here. There we go. Give him the buff. Such was going ham. There go his Centaurs. Amazing. All right. And then, you know what? We'll just finish them off. I don't want them to rally, you know? So we're just going to get them killed. Necrotechs are doing great. They do not give a crap. Apparently. There you go. Scorpions are doing fine. And then they're going to have to run back to the Necrotechs heal. I might lose one, but killing off 2 Gorbles for it is a glorious trade for me. Here we go. It's time to summon in our horsemen. This chariot guy's coming on in, but not the biggest deal in the world. Let's, here you go. A little bit of damage boost. And I think his early game fight is just not cooking, is it? Holy crap, these skeleton spears are... I can't believe they're actually cooking this hard. The necrotechs are actually insane. I can't believe it. They're actually busted. Who would have guessed? There's the mass heal too. So he did decide to take a full fight against me. And that means that we get a whack load of free heals. Because, yeah, a full frontline engagement means everything's injured. The Tomb King's passive will heal a lot due to that. Here we go. Setcher can start hunting his lord down. I can start getting some archers over here. Necrotechs are still popping off. Amazing. And so far, not a single worry in the world, right? Especially if we manage to kill his lord. He does get a Traitorkin over there. Not the biggest issue in the world. Trading wise, we are definitely up because of healing. I can't believe it. Dude, Necrotechs with infantry. Actually, is that actually the best combo in the world? I can't believe it. My skeleton spears killed Gorehurt and Korangors. How is that possible? Oh my god, it's actually good. That's insane. Like, cause look at these guys. They died to basic Ungor spearmen, while these spears just refuse to die. Actually insane. We found some forbidden tech for the Tomb Kings. All right, here we go. You there, good sir. Need to heal this bad boy. This Tomb Scorpion here will be very important. There goes his lord. I'm actually not going to kill him right away because I need him to not be resummoned ever. So we're just going to let him run off the map, but it doesn't matter. He's out. Amazing. Forbidden Necrotech. I love it. I love the puns. Holy crap. Insane. Insane. And the double Tomb Scorpion. They cooked. Kind of. They're the same price-ish as the Gorbles. They have anti-infantry, but with the help of Cetra, they did fine. This is why Horse Cetra is a god. GG's. Classic 3-1. Very, very classic. Why didn't you heal the Scorpions? Because they were out of position. Could have healed them if these guys were closer, but they were there to kill off the Gore Herd. The Skelly Spears, man. So they were probably just permanently debuffing those guys. Dude, that was a fast round. That was a hella fast round. So it's what? Tomb Kings? Tomb Kings. Beastmen. Beastmen versus Tomb Kings. There we go. Tomb Kings takes the win. I gotta check out that replay because I was mostly focusing on my single entity micro. Tomb Scorpions, maybe they knock down the Gorable a lot. Could be. I don't think I saw them get knocked down, but it could be. The regen ROR looked like it did well in the blob too. Oh yeah, Kepler Guard are insanely good. One of the best elite infantry units in the game. Let's play Gorgon. Gorgon spam. Okay, so we made Tomb Scorpions work. We made Bone Giants work. We made Ushapti work. What's left to do? What's left? Kitty cats? Alright, I really want to see this melee. Okay, there we go. So he takes his fight. So this is a million Gore Herd and Ungore Spearman. So take a look at this Ungore Spearman unit. 1 melee attack. So they actually just became zombies. Look at these guys. 1 melee attack, 6 melee defense. 16 melee attack, 1 melee defense. This Gore Herd is still alive, which is why these skeletons are taking a bit of damage, but as soon as a Necrotex get on them, 1 melee attack. Zero melee attack Ungores. Holy crap. So if you want to hold a frontline fight, Necrotex in the blob will absolutely dumpster the stats of anything that's in there. That is nuts. 1 melee attack. They're worse than zombies. Actually worse than zombies. Insane. How's no one come up with this before? Why haven't I tried this before? And when they get tired, it gets even worse. That's why the Korngors got murdered. Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. Because it gets sniped. You're really gonna waste time sniping a foot character? They're easier to snipe for sure, but they're not like the most snipeable target. If you put them on chariots, for sure, they'll just get killed, but on foot you gotta commit quite a bit. And then you got like Tomb Scorpions focusing you. It's not worth a Spirit Leech of 700 gold. Necrotect. I guess he's 800 gold. Stream title should just be the power of Necrotext, to be honest. I think they're doing better than the constructs. Yo, if I'm like up against vampire counts again in the semis, I gotta try it out. Necrotect skeleton. Necrotex and just like a normal unit of skeleton spears. Ultimate wombo. Let's see. If we are up against counts again, by the way, I should totally run like what, a Sphinx of Uzkep and a War Sphinx maybe. If I can just bring enough large units, and then hopefully they can clean up his army fast enough. A little worried about the Blood Knights, but we'll have better magic this time. Then it's just microing my single entities well enough. Fire damage imbue, so it negates some healing. Ah, hell yeah, yeah, it gives flaming attacks. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not White King good. White Kings still have it better. But they cost 700. You take the restore, so they're 800. So the White Kings that are more supportive and heal instead of raw DPS. Easier to snipe too. Definitely, I think I will run them into vampire accounts. What does Elixir of Might do? Nothing. It does nothing. This unit already does no damage. So you can make it do slightly less, slightly more, or no damage, I guess. Slightly more, no damage. Stone Shaper is only for constructs. And it's kind of expensive. It does not buff your Ushapti by 10%, yet it will cost more than 10% of your Ushapti to get it. This is like, look, if you're gonna keep a unit nearby, right? Why not just get 150 gold worth of chevrons instead, you know? Would you rather have the 15 armor, 10% missile resist? Would you rather have +4 stats? Probably this still, but the fact that it's debatable is a really bad sign. A really bad sign. If you put them on a chariot and run around with your constructs, it's a little bit better. They actually don't have missile resist, so it doesn't really stack on anything. You can do 1 whole damage instead of 0.1. It doesn't buff the Necrotect. Skeleton Chariot does not count as a construct. Same with Wrath of the Creator. Spending at least 5% more money on a construct to do basically what chevrons would do anyways. Restore is where it's at, though. Restore is very valuable. I just gotta be a little bit better about using it. After that, though, we're fine. Dire Wolves. Ooh, physical resist Dire Wolves? 116 speed Dire Wolves. Legitimately, best dog in the game right here. Actually, best dog. That is absurd speed. Imagine Slanesh is like gasping for air trying to catch up to you. Pretty funny. Add this to the Tomb King's roster. It'd be sick. Alright, how many more games do you have left? 2. Charix and Broccoli Fangirl. WMW and Danikane. Were they like that in Warhammer 2? I don't know. You can't take them in multiplayer, so. Yeah. Alright. So, Charix versus Broccoli Fangirl. I think Broccoli Fangirl, if they lose here, they're out. Which means that it's probably going to be B6. It's going to be B6 in the quarterfinals. I don't fancy a rematch versus the Beastmen. Although, Broccoli Fangirl has 9 opponent points. They lose to Charix. They get +4. I think they actually beat out B6. Insane. $40 charge bonus on dogs. They have 40 charge bonus. Holy crap. Actual light cavalry. Redeem the stretch. Thank you. Making sure we're healthy. Oh. Ooh, alright. I should have stretched my arm before I did the squats. That killed me. Are you still accepting disaster battles? Yeah, send them my way, man. It might be a little bit before I actually get to them, but I'm still accepting it for sure. I know Tall Boys. We ran Tall Boys game 1 and lost. The only construct where we lost a game so far with is the Hyrule Titan. I've used every other construct, and every other construct has won me the game, except for Stalkers, which I haven't used yet, and the War Sphinx, which I haven't used yet. This guy sucks. He actually did okay, but Vampire Count's just a hard matchup. I'm just waiting until the day me and Legend both cover the same disaster battle, and then you can compare our approaches. Yeah, yo, Kitty Cat for the semifinals for sure. You threw the Hyro into battle unsupported, didn't heal it once, and it still got 2k value. It's true, it's true. Got a lot of value damaging his Lord. The biggest problem was I just didn't kill his Lord. Definitely could have gone a little lower. Them Dragon Lords are going to be a big problem. I got to figure out what I'm doing against them. Ushapti Great Bows are really good. but like, if I can't kill their heroes, dragon just flies on in. We're dead, man. You enjoyed the double disco stance? Not meta. Would not work against someone who isn't spamming ghosts. Broccoli Fangirl versus Charix. I think no matter what happens, Broccoli Fangirl makes it into semis because Charix will give so many opponent points. So hear me out. Oh god. Alright, I'm listening. Necro Knights have been used, yeah. Necropolis Knights have been used. They also lost. I think Necropolis Knights did worse than the Hyrule Titan. They barely got any value against the Vampire counts. I don't know what it is about them. Maybe their stats just aren't good enough. Maybe their HP is too low. HP is pretty low. 2 Titans. Yes. The dreaded 2 Titan strat when the max is 1. I swear, CA implemented army limits just so chat can't troll me. Thank goodness. Woo, dodge a bullet. Sphinx of Uzkep. Okay, Sphinx of Uzkep is actually, I think we can work with this against vampire counts. Has fire resist too, kind of high. And fire damage. Has the whole shebang. Magic damage, fire damage, anti-large, armor piercing, fire resist. They knew 2 would be too good. Yeah, honestly, the army limits, man. Some army limits. Build looking kind of meta. The only weird thing we're doing is the whole Necrotect and having fun with constructs. The various constructs. Like this is getting very meta though. Double Necrotech though? My goodness. Van Braces of the Sun. Actually best item in the game. Yeah, no, this thing's a Chad, man. If I can just keep it alive, we're fine. Give it some incantations of protection. I feel like I'm so ready to face the vampire counts. Skaven though, Skaven are a little annoying. So Charix is Skaven. The thing is, usually my Nehekar Horseman will do well against Skaven. But Charix is so good with his Skirmisher micro, I feel like the Horseman might not even cook. Stalkers are okay. Their range kind of sucks though. You have to be really careful that they're in the right position to get work done. They could be better than Ushabti against vampire counts in some situations, because they do have that bonus versus large. But they're not the best fighters in the world. Bonus 18 versus large, so they will have enough melee attack to punch through cavalry melee defense. They are armor piercing. They do have charge defense. In theory, they should be good. Why do I feel so sussed out by them then? These ones even have 1,000,000 chevrons and poison. And 25% missile resist. Holy crap. You know what? Maybe we do on the Eyes of the Desert. So what? Eyes of the Desert, Sphinx of Uzkep for vampire counts. Easy win. Use the double Necrotect and Horse Cetra to kill his White Kings. I think it's not the worst idea in the world. I still think vampire counts is a terrible matchup to go up against, but when you're debuffing zombies to 0/0 stats or crypt ghouls, why not Necropolis Knights? Because they have anti-large. Because they have 7,400 HP. What unit are you going to bring to the field that costs 1,450 gold for 7,000 HP? No other bonuses. No other resistances. No nothing. Take a look at this. They have the same amount of HP as like cavalry. But they're way slower. So they can't grind. They can't cycle charge. What are you doing with them? What are you doing? Yeah, I feel like they'll just die. Unfortunately. I don't know. I've never been able to make Necropolis Knights work. They should probably get a little bit of buff. Anyways, Charx wins. So the top 4 of today's tournament is going to be Charx with 8 opponent points. Myself with 6. Sampo with 6. B6 with 12. Broccoli Fangirl barely didn't make it. I think Charx was facing Thingamajig. And now it is going to be me versus Charx. Yo, yo. We meet in the semifinals. It's Tomb King's time against Skaven. This should be fairly favored for us. Let's see here. Ban what? A Ragnarok lair? Nah. I'll ban Skajal nearest cave. I want a smaller map for facing Charx. Necro Knights do have bonus versus large. Doesn't matter. They're a glass cannon unit with 66 speed. That's garbage. Alright, Skaven. So, Skaven, if I needed to run something against them. Ushopti can shoot out Jazales. Incantation of Vengeance is pretty nice against them. Gotta be a little careful you don't get shot to pieces though. Blood Grove. Ooh. Very close quarters map. How do you get the green above your units? Shows what type they are. If you go to my Discord, Warhammer 3 channel, under pins, if you hold spacebar, it'll show you the settings that I have. So in battle, there's a list of settings you can bring up by holding spacebar. You can toggle it to your liking. And if you want my specific layout, you can head to my Discord. Naruto. Screaming Skull spam. Amazing strat. What constructs do I want for Skaven? Just wish Tomb King's construct got plot armor buffs. None of them have the best stats in campaigns. I feel like Kemrian War Sphinx, if you have the micro for it, you can do a lot of work in campaign. But yeah, none of them will do too well in a grind, sadly. Okay, I'm like really worried about these here weapon teams. So, Charx does like. He does like taking a healthy amount of thingamabobs of weapon teams. I think that's the big thing that we're gonna have to be wary of. The screaming skulls, don't they scream? If you listen real close, I thought they do scream. Am I going crazy? The units that it hits, they're definitely screaming. Big plus. I wonder what he's gonna go for. Scorpions are good. They're good for diving backline. They're kind of hard to shoot. I'm a little worried about his single entities though. Guy can take a lot. Okay, Okay, you know what? Let's just let's try some of this stuff. So worried he's just gonna have a million Globadiers. 1,000,000 Globadiers, and then we die. Okay, this is an okay build. Okay build versus Skaven. The big threat, as I've said many times, is definitely, most definitely, the Globadier spam. In terms of infantry, you could field stuff like Storm Vermin. Storm Vermin are a very hit or miss unit, though. Very, very hit or miss. You buy this game, but it's too expensive. You can get, if you wait for Steam sales, you can get pretty cheap. That's, back when I was, you know, just a student. That's usually what I would do. It'll cost you less than eating out for dinner. Kind of depends on where you live, though. Is this really the build? Is this really the build? I don't know, man. I'm still terrified of his weapon teams, but like I kind of need other tools. I need other tools, man. Because we know Ushopti definitely crush weapon teams, at least. So I shouldn't have to worry that much. Single entity wise, though, you can definitely bring out some big guns. And if I have nothing to kill single entities, it gets a little, just a little bit sus. Total War Key from a third-party site, also a really good option. You gotta make sure it's good for your region, though. Just a heads up. Sometimes it's a region specific where you can redeem the key, and that might screw you over. Okay, I think I have a good build here. This should be relatively difficult for him to beat. Relatively difficult. Keys are like 14 bucks right now. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. DLCs will cost more, but you don't have to buy the DLCs to enjoy Warhammer. Because you still get the benefits of all the updates they put out. DLCs are only if you want to play as the faction. 10 units of chariots into rat ogres. A chariot rush would be hilarious. Just the fattest chariot rush. It's pretty risky though. Skaven tend to play on the... They tend to play more defensive. But usually they don't start with rat ogres. So there is a pretty hilarious full rush you can do. Tomb Kings literally have a 91% win rate in this matchup. Relax, actually. Oof, man, oof. I haven't played the matchup a lot though, so maybe I'll be that 9%. Let's see here. It's their best matchup. That's jokes. Why is it so high? I guess Skaven players don't have any solutions for Tomb Kings. If I had to guess, it's probably because Ushopti Greatbows hard counter Skaven weapon teams. And Skaven need weapon teams to get work done. They also counter their chariots, the Doomflayers. They really need Doomflayers to get work done. They counter their rat ogres. What are they gonna do? Bring artillery? Skaven players lose because they deserve to suffer, dang. So Charix, he definitely knows how to cook though. I wouldn't put it past him to figure out something insane that manages to pull out a victory. I still think it'll be very difficult. But if someone's going to cook up something, it's gonna be Charix. So let's see. This map has really good vanguards for me. If he brought a weapon teams heavy build, I think he insta loses. Because I have Ushapti here. If he's gone for a monster mash build, he's gonna have to cut through endless tides of infantry. As it stands, it looks like he's brought kind of just a normal build, nothing insane. Kepler Guard are actually going to be further on the left-hand side because I'd rather they stay alive. Okay. And I'm just gonna go for a disgusting frontline push. So we still have our double Necrotect here to debuff his forces. I don't think he can just jump them, which is nice. I got my Tomb Scorpion over there. My one who shot me over here. The Kotap on a little horsey. Way against the lore, but whatever. And he has the usual. Ready, good luck, have fun. So if he brings in weapon teams, we should be able to get him. If he has artillery, a fat push can do a lot of work. Tomb Scorpion time is gonna go well. Power of Constructs. Fortunately, I don't have any many other constructs, but Tomb Scorpions will be pretty spice. Looks inside, Necrotex. Oh. Yeah, Necrotex are kind of hard to carry. Alright, let's take a look-see. So we're gonna have to pivot based on his positioning here. He's gone for Thought, Morse Guitars. Okay, nice. He has no Globadier span. So what do we want to do against this? Packmaster. So he has gone for the heavy single entity plays. If he's not gonna have a lot of weapon teams, I can bring in my horsemen. And they can definitely get some work in here. I don't have to fear his front line very much. Oh, crap. Run! Jeez, that was close. Had to burn some magic. But he did get a free nibble on me. A little unfortunate. Thought's gonna be getting hammered, though. Here we go. And yeah, I'm just gonna march into his front line, right? Because his single entities are gonna value trade. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. But his front line, on the other hand, they're just gonna get pummeled. Preferably into oblivion. Skelly boys, doing good work. Let's get rid of his slingers. Those guys are down. Shoot that up. Big old sandstorm over there. A little bit of resistances to keep them up. Okay. Here we go. Front line's doing goodies. This Rad Ogre should stop chasing soon enough, I think. And yeah. I don't know, man. Dwarfing Menace is doing its best. It really depends on how this frontline engagement goes and how his slingers do. There's an army-wide heal for me, though. Rather huge. Getting a full army-wide heal. Free. There we go. So far, my infantry's doing great. Just routing off everything. And yeah, let's just get another one of these. Shopti are still alive, too. They can start bullying his forces over there. And yeah, my horsemen are just amazing, aren't they? There's another army-wide heal. Very nice, very nice. Let's pull back with the God Tap. Don't really have too many targets, unfortunately. But the grind continues. I can start pulling in these boys. So obviously Cod Tap has it's a little sus for him, right? Value trading's actually not the greatest for us. So we gotta be a little wary. Just gotta keep spamming heals, right? There we go. Shopty are here. We're gonna shoot his rat ogres now. Let's get some Shopty in there. Nice. Not capturing the points is actually a little sus too. Not gonna lie. But can we win a late game? There goes Cod Tap. He's doing great. Give him the physical resist. Very nice. Very nice. I should be able to capture the far point very soon. That'll be good. Fortunately, my flanking maneuvers leave a little bit to be desired. I don't know, man. He's also healing up a lot. We're pushing him back, though. I might just be able to get a late game victory here, but definitely more sus than one might expect. The healing's great, though, at least. Healing's amazing. Let's get another mass heal from my forces here. Let's get a little bit of focus fire in there. Another big old routes on that side. My cavalry's just pummeling this point. Very nice indeed. Come on, just keep running, man. Just keep running. If I can kill off that pack master, we're set. He's doing his best to try and keep it alive. Let's see here. Okay, big push. More horsemen. And come on, big pack master route. That was a big Ushopti volley. Come on, man. Kepra guard managed to live too, which is very, very good for me. The Cod Tap's looking a little rough. He's gonna have to back it up. There you go, though. Pack master's finally gone. Huge. Very huge indeed. Okay. Dead pack master is the beginning of the end, I think, for my opponent. Oh my god, can you just target there? There we go. Okay, there we go. So I'll just escort him off the battlefield. Make sure that he doesn't come back. He does have some triads here, but we are about to have a triple cap on him. Glorious, glorious. All right, all right. Now all I gotta do is make sure that we don't down trade horrifically. The flank is going great. My left flank a little bit less so. We got a lot of value just purely off of our heals at least. And he's gonna have to try and tackle this back point here. I have skeletons for days that can bog down his more mobile pieces. Cod Tap should be able to live. And this point is just absolutely massacred. I can start actually transitioning units. Leaving just the Necrotech there to hold on to the point. Run, little Cod Tap. The little Cod Tap that could run for his life. Come on, run! Run, Cod Tap, run! There we go. Hey, my Shopty is still alive. Hell yeah. I forgot to heal anything, though. Whoopsie daisies. I keep forgetting the heals on my guys. The little Cod Tap that good. He's booking it. He's trying to live as best as he can. And he lives. It's a miracle. Christmas miracle for Cod Tap. Hell yeah. He gets one capture point, but that's going to be the only point that he gets. And then we're just going to play keep away now. Cod Tap just needs to stay safe. Hunker down and not die. As long as I can do that, we'll be okay. There you go. Finally, Ushopti can shoot his flares. My goodness, those guys were being such a menace. Are those plague monks? Those are actually plague monks. Okay. Insane. I don't think he's taking the middle anytime soon. So one not need worry about that. Which means now I can begin taking back the home point. There's another mass heal. For 3 winds of magic, it's always going to be worth it. Let's go there. Plague monks should go down. Oh god, he's definitely making me work for it, but I should be able to secure this point now. We're slowly pulling back in value too. If you include the healing, we're doing amazing. There you go. Darude Sandstorm, activate. It's gonna take forever to fight these guys. That's never gonna happen. And I have a million Skelly Spears. Very nice. Yeah, we got super value with the Realm of Souls. And the Kepler Guard is still alive. Insane, man. The Kepler Guard are such chads. Always bring the Kepler Guard if you're playing as Tomb Kings. Always, always, always bring them Kepler Guard. Necrotex would have been better if he didn't have a lot of single entities. But in the end, it didn't come down to the dueling, right? It was just, you know, the big grind. It was always gonna just be the big grind. There's not much else to do about it. But can he retake the middle? So he's getting in there. I don't want to sacrifice any units to fight for that middle. Instead, we're just gonna take it nice and easy here. Could get another Ushapti, but I think Skeleton Horse Archers are best because most of his units do not have a lot of armor. Let's just get another heal over here. And then I just gotta get these Globadiers in an awkward place. If I keep flanking them, they shouldn't be able to do too much. Very nice. Oops. Get another mass heal. There we go. Alright, now what's he gonna do with his Globadiers? Big important question. Here's not too much. They actually got a little caught up. Rare misplay for good old Charex over here. I should be able to just recapture this point over here. If we just kind of pull on in. Globadiers having a very rough time. Just ignore his single entities, man. Just absolutely ignore his single entities for centuries and you'll be okay. Okay, nice. Second summon of the Cav. Cav Core for the win. Then I just pile driver into these Skaven slaves. Run! Run, Contap, run! He's doing his best. He's booking it. I gotta draw them away from the capture point. In the off chance that he manages a victory by killing Contap and things start crumbling, or like even just some value trading, I gotta make sure that he doesn't steal the point. I do retake the middle though, so it's still gonna be realistically impossible for him. Run, Contap, run! More healing. Just use the magic. Yeah, 1.4% global heal for 3 wins of magic is bonkers. It's one of the best things about Tomb Kings. If you're gonna fight them, never spread damage out on them. Spread out damage is the worst thing you can possibly do against Tomb Kings. It's insane. Run! Heal the army! Dude, the distraction Contap is dishing out though against Thwart. He dies, but Thwart is across the world now. Bye-bye, Contap. You served well. You did good. As long as we hold this point, though, he's never gonna win. And the Kepler Guard is still around. Dude, the Kepler Guard is so good. Yeah, they don't give a crap. Still fight until the end. 136 kills. Didn't get a lot of value, but boy, did they stall for time. Should be pretty easy for me to hold the home point now. I think this triple cap is super well secured. I didn't even need to bring in these guys. Just kind of shows how ahead we were. Them heals are insane. Fighting to the last bone. And his Globadiers. I think they only got a bit of value. Still got a lot, but... yeah, you can't start with them when Ushapti are on the field, right? Ushapti are just such a menace.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Okay, so I'll let him take the middle point. He's earned it. And instead we're just gonna hunker down on these two, make sure he never gets them. He does get a 1 doggo here. Not gonna be enough to actually swing it. Nothing shall be enough to swing the points.
Tidings. The enemy.
Yeah. Tomb King's capture weight. Unfortunately, it does indeed defeat Skaven. He played well though. Like, I don't think he made any major misplays. It's just yeah, it's just Tomb King's business. Like even the horsemen here on his Globadiers that took so much damage, they just kept fighting forever. GG, well played. Terrible matchup for Skaven. Insane. Kill that Packmaster real good. Tomb Scorpion didn't do that great. I also didn't heal it up very much though. But this was not... I suspected he might have gone for like a single entity spam build. It's just that you can't kill the skeletons fast enough, even with the value trading. Whoosh. Yeah, Skaven don't really have infantry clear single entities. And even so, he still lost one of them to the Ushabti, which is surprising. Tomb King's cavalry are okay in campaign, but they always suffer from the leadership hit that they get. So don't expect them to be that good. Early on, though, I do use Tomb King's cavalry to help chase down archers and such. AI is not good enough at defending range units. But yeah, if he did have more weapon teams, I did have 2 more Ushabti in reserve. So we were not very worried. And Necrotex, little indestructible fellas. Yeah, Scorpion did not have a lot of great targets. It was never gonna though. He had so many single entities. Tips on, I assume you mean corn. Take the if you're playing corn, every build you run until people start punishing you for it should be triple Wrathmonger. Triple Wrathmonger reserves is like dogs and minotaurs and blood beasts, whichever flavor of mobility you like, and then you spam out a bunch of like chaos warriors. Like this is yeah, this is it. This is the corn build. Do this every game, you'll be more or less fine. At least until you get to like the scarier players. Alright, so I'm up against the winner of Sampo and B6. If we can just defeat them, we'll be good. It's crazy how tanky Globadiers are. Honestly, they are one of the better units. But they have to make up for Skaven not having cavalry, right? Poor Skaven. It's fun though. Skaven are such a unique faction. Not my particular flavor of faction, but like they're so unique. They play very differently from everything else. You think the Chameleon Stalkers could ever be good? Chameleon Stalkers. Oh, Chameleon Stalkers. Yeah, you know, if they get a buff, if enough Lizardmen players ask CA to buff them up. Do Warp Grinders not count as cavalry? No. Oh, the bikes? No, the chariots. The chariots. Doomflayers. Warp Grinders are the weapon team that has no speed. Doomflayers, on the other hand, they're fast, but look at those stats. Along with the low entity count, once they get surrounded by cavalry, they will start taking a lot of damage. And they don't do a lot of damage to cavalry. 25 melee attack doesn't even breach most cavalry melee defense. Right? If your melee attack is roughly even to the melee defense, it's not going to be a lot of damage, generally. So, unfortunately, they're just here to hit infantry. Next challenge, Skaven until you win the tournament. So you're saying I have to play as well as Charix. And even then, it's going to be sus. And we insta-lose the Tomb Kings. The biggest thing I can do with Skaven is have, like, exquisite Globadier micro. But, like... Okay, yeah, you can send the doggos out, right? Like some wolf rats. Wolf rats are Skaven pseudo light cavalry, but they're also pretty bad. No impact damage, really. Would you choose the range between the points? Would you close the range between the points by 30% or increase tickets? Neither. Neither. I think it's fine as is. Tickets to win being 1600 honestly won't make a huge difference. It will make the game a little bit more trade heavy. But most games end far before 1500 tickets. And if the capture points were closer, if capture points were closer, mobile builds would have... Honestly, the capture points being closer is not the end of the world. But, yeah. You know, it would bring the fights a little bit more together. Definitely help some factions, hurt others. Skaven for Eternity win seems like a lot of content. Yo, I'm surprised you're still playing Skaven, man. I played them for a bit and then I dipped. Yeah, Doom Wheels aren't good enough right now. Sampo and B6 are still fighting. I think Giselles are the biggest playmaker you can make. I think Giselles and Globadiers, same way Charix is doing it. And then you just have to be really good at keeping the Giselles alive and hope your front line doesn't die. Alternative, I think the one way we can maybe sneak a Skaven win is if you take an absurd number of Storm Vermin and people just bring the wrong build against them. You just have to hope they don't bring the right build. A lot of people are getting used to the Skaven slave spam. And then you also have to hope that, like, their build is so bad against Storm Vermin that you win. Because it's not a guarantee. Storm Vermin are good, though. I often run at least one Storm Vermin back when I was playing Skaven. They'll do well against cavalry. Pretty good stats overall. Lots of entities. But, like, what stops them from getting shot to bits? A lot of people bring range into Skaven anyways. Why they struggle so much with Tomb Kings? Tomb Kings have very cheap infantry that barely outclass Skaven slaves. So a lot of factions have like mid-tier infantry at the 500 to 600 gold range that do pretty... They do good against Skaven slaves, but they'll die to Globadiers. Tomb Kings, on the other hand, with their ultimately cheap infantry with fear. Sorry, just trying to get this working. Tomb Kings, on the other hand, they have some of the most cost-effective infantry for routing off a Skaven frontline. I think they will just barely route off clan rats, too. And then you have the Ushapti, which kind of hard counter weapon teams. Ushapti. Alright, so we're up against Beastmen. Surprise Sampo lost. I guess Beastmen are pretty strong, though. What was Sampo playing? Sampo was playing... Serika? Playing as Cathay? Alright. Wait, which one was Sampo? Was Sampo Serika? I think that's the only thing that makes sense. I forget if Sampos Erica. Okay, so he bans Eastern Isle Colony, so it's Dust Bowl or Creeping Swamp. Creeping Swamp is a, it's kind of awkward. Kind of a weird map. Dust Bowl is just a ginormous. Let's play Dust Bowl. Redeem the stretch, thank you. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot more Tomb Kings can bring against Skaven. Like, everything here is good against Skaven. Skaven in general do bad against undead factions. Just because fear is so painful. Alright, so Beastmen. Beastmen, a Beastman. What do we have to fear? They have the cavalry, but the cavalry don't do that well into Nahakar Horsemen. You can uptrade if you use the right magic. Malagor is a little annoying, yeah. Nothing insane, though. Let's see here. He can field some single entities. I think, that can be fairly likely. As long as I can kill the Minotaurs, though, right? So let's say he has a bunch of single entities. Is there anything he can really do? Is there anything he can really do? So you can have some Minotaurs. You can have some Gorbles, a Doom Bowl, maybe. Harpies are pretty bad. A lot of their infantry is just gonna rout. Such is the life for Beastmen. Ushop the bows. Ushop the bows are very nice. Gorgons against the constructs. He could go for the big bad Gorgon. Honestly, you know what I should do? Just start with this. This is a great start. Wild Jabber Scythe. That would be certainly very wild, yes. Crazy plays. Alright. Generally, though, Beastmen actually do really suffer versus Mantide. I do think Tomb Kings are legitimately fairly comfortable against them. Most of the time. Is this a good build? Okay, let's cut one of these and get... Watch him take like Bestigors. That would be pretty funny. I want to run Skeleton Chariots, but I'm probably just going to be dueling his cavalry the whole time. One in reserve can't hurt though, right? Just a singular Skelly Chariot. High Road Titan or no balls? Dude, the High Road Titan sucks so much, man. I don't think I can even win with a High Road Titan. I'll take the no balls. Let's see here. Yeah, it seems like a fun enough build. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy, but... yeah. Full construct army feasible? Probably not. Although Ushopti are pretty funny. High Titan's too expensive. There's no such thing as a bad unit. Any unit that's free, people are taking the maximum amount of. Incarnate Elemental of Beasts, the mega play. Alright, we're ending this off with just a normal, more or less vanilla army. We did bring the backbreaker though, which should be fun, which is going to be the Sphinx of Uzcap. I'm gonna heal cap this bad boy, alright? I have the maximum number of healers for it. But yeah, there's no unit that you wouldn't bring at 0 gold. Except for some heroes, because there's a limited number of hero slots. There's a few factions that really like taking heroes. Where I'm sure if you made a couple of those heroes cost 0 gold, they might, like, it's so important to have those heroes. Or maybe even lords. I think lords might be even more impactful. Like Araness Assault Spite. This map looks so flat. Yeah, nah, it's just nothing to throw a wrench into my plans. Yeah, I think Araness Assault Spite, if she was literally free, no one would run her. Hard maybe. The thing is, you still have to take a caster, and the caster's gonna cost too much. So, yeah. You play the new Stormgate patch? Nah, I'm just gonna wait for Stormgate to take off first. You know, it's way too risky since I'm full-time YouTube to try jumping into Stormgate. It was fun though. Like, you know, if there was a good enough viewer base, I would totally play it. But as it stands, not yet. Would her net cost anything? Even if the net was free. If all of her abilities are free and you can take her on her mount, I still don't know if you'd run Aranessa. Maybe. Maybe. It's a problem with casting. Your fun hobby becomes your food source. So there's like a little bit of the feeling that like I am a tiny bit locked into Warhammer until I can find something else. But it's still way better than doing software development. You won't do an Aranessa challenge? Probably not. Although I might be able to win a tournament, but probably not on my first go. Alright, so here we go. Big mobility vibes. This is going to be like, if the Sphinx of Uzkep dies, I have nothing left. Everything kind of hinges on this bad boy. But overall, it's a fairly vanilla build. Lots of horse skirmishers. Lots more mobility. Ready? Good luck, have fun. Because Beastmen don't really have that much against such high-range skirmishers here. Horse Cetra too. Horse Cetra's sick. So if you overcast Jaff's incantation, it'll give you bonus versus large, and it actually makes your Nehekar horsemen uptrade into Centaurs. That part's definitely a big plus. Double Necrotect here are going to be a guaranteed Van Braces of the Sun. So in theory, nothing can kill these Kepler Guard. If my math is correct, the Kepler Guard will live. So very similar build to last time. Traderkin, Gorble, nothing insane. I do have to be a little wary of the Traderkin. Other than that, though, I think it's fine. Bad boy is gonna pop off against him. Double Gorble can't be that bad, right? And he's summoning in some horse skirmishers. Makes sense. There's nothing too insane going on so far. Everything's fairly vanilla. Horse skirmishers can be a little annoying. Let's see if we can get them to burn a volley at the start against Cetra. Beautiful. Good start, good start. Getting the capture points means that I just have to value trade here. Alright. Here we go. So, what do we want to do right now? Could abandon these guys. Just leave them to their fate to fight against Ungors for days. That's not the worst thing in the world, actually, because they should be, in theory, fairly self-sufficient. They also give them less value for spell casting. And it's really not like he's going to kill the Kepler Guard when they have a permanent little effect going on there. Very nice. Sphinx can feign weakness. Feign weakness when you are strong. There you go. And he should just dumpster those guys, right? We send in Cetra in there too.
The enemy has captured.
There you go. Very nice. So Cetra's in. He has a lot of Centaur throwing axes, that's for sure. Cetra's taking a little bit of heat too. Kind of uncomfortable. Kepperguard kind of taking some heat. Holy crap. It's a little unfortunate. Okay. Alright, I see how it is. Sphinx of Uskep is still doing great though. It's beating up these Gorbals like no one's business. So as long as I keep it around, we should be okay. Let's actually get a rear charge with my cavalry here. Okay, very nice. Big route. Sphinx of Uskep doing great. Skeleton Horsemen. Necrotechs are doing real good. And yeah, holy crap. It's just dumpstering them. It's beating the brakes off of them. Kepperguard are now going to heal cap 2, which is perfect. And this is already an amazing start versus the Beastmen. Most of his infantry are not really in position to do anything, and Horse Cetra's on the hunt, man. He's out for blood. There's the heal. Amazing.
Has been destroyed.
Big ol' routes. Bro. Bro, this is insane. Let's get that anti-large going. Alright. Kepperguard, you can go over here with the Necrotechs. One Necrotech to heal this bad boy. Send him back in to cause a little bit of havoc. And then just more rear charges with cavalry. I feel like my opponent's kind of overextending here, which is hurting him just that little bit. Jeez, the Sphinx of Uskep. He does not joke around, that's for sure. Okay. He does have a Cav summon coming on in. We're gonna have to back up from that. Don't want to fight that just yet. Come on, big Sphinx. Cetra's doing fine enough. There we go. Come on, Cetra. Yo, if Cetra dies here, that would be an embarrassment. An embarrassment indeed. Big heal, though. Big heal drops. Let's give him a damage boost. Just a little wee damage boost. Come on, Cetra. He's putting in work, but he's getting bullied just that little bit. Remember, we can resummon Cetra, worst case scenario. But yeah, he does actually go down. Brutal. I do have a giant Sphinx, though. Who needs Cetra when you have a giant Sphinx? I guess. Maybe. We'll see. Both Gorbals dying is definitely very rough for my opponent. And he doesn't really have an answer to this bad boy. If I just save up for a Cetra resummon, I should be alright. Let's get this down. Just a chariot to start cleaning up his infantry. It's gonna be a little sus. I do still have both my Necrotechs. This fight's going fine. Big Sphinx is cooking. There's another heal on that. There's another heal in general. Nice. Get a little Ushapti summon. A little route over here. I think we're still okay. Who needs Cetra? I don't need no Cetra. I have a giant Sphinx. It's still at very good HP too. And his Cav are getting routed off the map. Beautiful. Boom, baby. Chariots for the win. Has to summon some cavalry to deal with them. Very nice indeed. And without infantry, I can start bringing in these boys. I will have to bring back Cetra eventually though. But at least that's a pretty good chariot charge. Let's start retreating. Sphinx is doing good. Big old route over there, and I think this game's over. Even with the Lord Snipe. Especially if we can just save up for my boy. The big boy. Not losing a Lord is the real challenge. Yeah, you know, mini misplays. Mini misplays. Dang, yo, the chariots suck, man. He just brings out the, he just brought out the boys. His Centaur is a massacre in them. Such will be back in a second, though. Give him a hot second, he'll be back. There you go, capture point secured. Necrotechs can come on in to help out the situation. The Revenge Lord Snipe, very nice. Maybe I can send those chariots back in. Use these guys for a hot second. Once Cetra's back, alright, we're set. There goes his lord. Sphinx of Uzkep. Heal capping. Very nice. Dude, look at the necrotechs. Look at the debuffs. Necrotech debuff spam doing well. Gee, Cetra's gonna take a hot second to come back, isn't he? I wonder if I should even bring him at this point. Like, oh, there you go. His lord's dead. Hell yeah. Yeah, Cetra's gonna take a hot minute to come back. You know, 1800's kind of expensive. But, you know, having a lord is just nice. It's just nice having a lord, I feel. It's just a nice benefit. There you go. Big ol' routes. Come on, baby. Baby, come back. Sphinx should be able to get some routes there. Finally. Leadership is stabilized. We did it. All right, let's go. The big man himself is back. This is a capture point. Beastmen without the Lord or any single entities to speak of is a painful time indeed for them. So, yeah. Tickets are fine enough where I don't really have to worry much about tickets. I can just mostly value trade, and I think we'll be okay here. So that means just chasing these guys off, right? Securing this middle point as much as we possibly can. And then just bullying his infantry into the horizon. He has most of his forces here, so I'm just gonna go for this point. Yeah, go Cetra. No way he steals this. Big Sphinx, heal capped. We have an insane value lead right now. There we go, nice.
Woeful tidings.
Yes, yes, woeful tidings.
He
Does have a one Ungor over there. Totally fine, totally fine. Big Sphinx is on the point. He should be able to value trade there. And let's see here what we're doing. Yeah, we're gonna capture this point now. With horsemen and Cetra. These guys will be fine over here. They don't have to worry about nothing. I will say though, Korngor is kind of annoying. So yeah, we're absolutely gonna go for this one. There you go. Little gore herd unit, whatevs. Necrotech. Dude, the Necrotech Kepra Guard squad, man. Hilarious. Necrotech Kepra Guard, best combo in the game. They actually just never die. There you go. There's not much I can do versus the Korngor, sadly. Aside from just a couple cycle charges, I guess. Necrotech's doing good. Cetra doing fine. There's another heal, wondrous. So he's really committing to this point. Get him, Big Sphinx. Big Sphinx is doing its best. Looks like this point's actually a little on the closer side, actually. I should be able to secure it though, and then we win on a double cap. So it really can't be that bad as long as I actually get the point. Huzzah! We actually got the point. Let's go. Let's go. Huzzah! A little bit of a route over there. All right, we did it. We're fine. There you go. Just bully those gore herd. Just get them off the battlefield. Big Sphinx is just farming value. It was a little spooky, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my opponent most definitely made things a little spicy. The Kepra Guard not finishing them off, though. I think at one point they were actually crumbling. Had he finished them off, that's so good. Had he finished them off, it would have been a really bad situation for us.
Unending glory is yours.
But they lived. Best Kepra Guard ever. Oh, whoops, I forgot to update this. 5 wins. That's the finals. Big Sphinx. Amazing. Yeah, Sphinx of Uzkep. Yo, I didn't even use one kitty. Kepra Guard got mega value. Yo, Sphinx of Uzkep is hype. Sphinx of Uzkep is very hype. Horsemen are good just because they're fast and can capture points. And Beastmen don't really have a lot of ways to prevent the skirmish from getting a lot of damage. But like this guy just dumpstered both of his Minotaurs. And the Kepragard Necrotech style, man. Insane. Actually insane. Screw chariots, man. Chariots is such a win more unit. Just spam cavalry. Yeah, losing into the sweep. Classic intensity. Well, there you go. We did it. We won using Necrotech construct spam. Not really spamming that hard. But I think it was a fun showcase, especially of, you know, we got the Sphinx of Uzkep in there. We got the Hyro Titan. We got Tomb Scorpions. We kind of made the round. Cetra totally not dead too. Yes. Yes, Cetra. God. Him dying to the Gorbles. But nice. Alright. Tomb King's Cavalry always seems so squishy. Yeah, they're light cavalry. Treat them like light cavalry. Light, non-armor piercing cavalry. They're really good at that one specific job. Never send them against armor. Like an Empire Knight, they're gonna get dumpstered. Never got the Ushopti spam, but I did play a little bit with Ushopti. Anyways, there you go. That's it for me today. I gotta go play Rust with friends. What? Intensity has a life outside of work? Insane. And I gotta edit videos. I still gotta sit down on the same chair and edit videos too, sadly. But that's gonna be me for today. Let's see if there's anybody worth raiding. Savage Orc maxing next. Oh yeah, I should do a poll. So that's Construct Showcase. What's here? So here's the 3. I'll give you guys 3. I'm not doing Ghost Max. Melee Wood Elves. Shades. Shade Spam. Grimgore. Alright. What to do next? Question mark. And you know what, Twitch chat? You're also getting a poll. Congratulations, I'm in a good mood. Twitch gets a poll too. What to do next? Question mark. Melee. Wood. Elves. Shades. Spam. Grimgore. You can do that while I figure out who we're raiding. Seems like it's a close race. No, Grimgore is actually dominating on the YouTube side. Grimgore has 15 votes. Wood Elf melee though is there though. I'm gonna be doing all of it, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I remembered Twitch. I remembered. Now is the time to vote. Let's take a look-see. Looks like Grimgore wins barely. Twitch adds +1 vote to Grimgore, +2 to Wood Elves. That's not going to be enough. Spell Singers max. All right. Looks like we are closing it. So it looks like people want to see Grimgore. The Grim and the Grave. The Grim and the Gore. All right. Grimgore. Can I win with just Grimgore every battle? Oh boy. He's a really good fighter. He just can't find a fight most of the time. But we'll try it out. We'll try it out. What has he got? He's only like the least meta greenskin lord. Take a look at this guy. Best of the best. Lots of stats. Foe Seeker. Get back here. Stand your ground. You're next. Big hunting strategies. Gitsnick, 1 million damage. Bloodforged armor does a little bit of damage too. Didn't they buff this? I thought they buffed this. Anyways. That's what we're doing next. I'll see you guys later. No one worth raiding that I can find. So this video, this stream is brought to you by myself and the generous support of all of you guys. Thank you very much to Shogunite for the $15. Thank you very much to Talaria for the Subarinos. Shogunite again for $10. I think we had some Twitch Prime subs. I appreciate it very much. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully.